Yep, Charlamagne the guy.
Andrew Schultz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots podcast, back for another week of Brilliant Idiotness. Make this a little bigger, Chris, please. This week's episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a bespoke online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business. Start with Blueprint AI. Squarespace's AI-enhanced website builder to get a fully custom website in just a few steps, using basic information about your industry, goals, and personality to generate premium quality content and personalized design recommendations. No matter where you start, your website is flexible to what you need with intuitive drag and drop editing, beautiful styling options, unrivaled visual design effects, on-brand AI content, and more ways to list what you offer, no experience required. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code IDIOTS to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's offer code IDIOTS at squarespace.com to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Let's start the show. Hezekiah Walker.
What's up, my dude?
What's happening, man?
Yo, I'm getting some hair extensions in right now for Street Fighter. Okay, shout out to Ina and Dasha.
Oh, I thought you was just doing that. You know, you was trying something new.
Maybe I'm blaming on that.
Okay.
Maybe they never asked me to do it in the first place. I just want to see what it was like to be fabulous for a little
Why
bit.
not, man? Why not?
Shouldn't I be able to experience all these things?
This is America. You can identify with whatever you want to identify as. Whatever
Thank
you
you.
want to transition into, you can. Okay.
Thank
Don't worry about what executive orders Trump signed saying
not.
you can only be male or female. If you want to do it, do it, bro.
Yeah, you can only be male and female in what? In women's sports or the military. Outside of that, you could really be whatever you want.
Yeah, in the world. Why not?
That's what I'm saying.
What's the young ladies' names again?
This is Ina and this is Dasha.
Ina and Dasha.
They're putting
Russian, Ukrainian? Which one?
Belarusian, from Belarus and to Ukraine. From Ukraine.
Belarus.
Okay.
Belarus.
Okay.
And then Ukraine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word. Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
So we out here.
Why
Soviet
not?
Union holding it down.
Why not?
This is baby hair
That doesn't
right
exist anymore.
This is baby hair.
That is baby hair.
They told me the other day, they were like, yeah, we're actually going to, the hair is really fine. It's light. It's from babies. And I was like,
dang
I don't even want to know how you got this hair. Bro. Like,
No, they don't mean actual baby hair when they say
yeah,
it.
they mean that.
Really?
Yes.
It's real baby Slavic hair.
It's baby Slavic hair.
What the fuck?
Yes, we don't want to know how
I don't
they
even
got
want
it.
to tell
We're
you
not
what I'm
gonna ask,
thinking.
but
No,
don't,
I'm not.
Don't.
I won't.
They gotta fund that war somehow, my boy.
You know what I'm saying?
They-
I feel like people understand what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking right now.
But that's not. This is actually adult hair. There's 100% adult hair.
No, it's not. You just said it was baby.
Yeah, but I was probably just making a joke for the podcast. You know?
Oh, so it is adult hair.
No, it's fucking baby hair, man.
Jeez, which one is it? Is it baby or adult?
Baby.
Why you say that so proudly? Like, why did you say that so
I promised
proudly?
them they would not be talking on the pod.
I'm sorry.
We're immediately interviewing them.
Let's just mind our business.
A factory of children that they're shaving their heads every
You know what
3
I'm
years.
saying? Do these kids consented to this? Do they get paid?
Bro, they could be making sneakers in China, but in this part of the world, they shave them down and they put extensions in the actors' hairs.
By the way, I don't have a problem with it if it's like actually being done in a human way and a humane way.
Yeah, well,
You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
think it's inhumane in the way that they do it.
Because baby hairs don't just fall out, do they?
No, God forbid. God forbid. Yeah, this is sad.
Nah, it is, man. You're
This is
fucking up a
sad.
whole generation of hairlines just for people to be in movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at all that baby hair, bro. That's fucked up when you think
How many
about it.
babies is
How
that
many
taking
babies did it take for that to
Where
happen,
are
man?
these babies, man? I need to see the last style bender. The whole town looking like
This shit is
Look
fucked
like
up,
an
man.
anime show.
And what do you do with the rest of the baby?
I don't know, man. You don't sell it for parts.
They might be on a pizza somewhere, man, when you think about it, Joe. For real, man. This shit is fucked up, bro.
No, don't
I'm
say
serious,
it.
man.
Don't say it.
I don't even want to go down this road.
Yeah, definitely don't.
Listen, you know what we need to tell people?
Chris took Adderall before the pod.
Chris definitely took Adderall before the
So if
pod.
he's coming with crazy energy about 30 minutes in, just know that it's
This
he's
is
on
commitment.
performance enhancing
This is what
drugs.
commitment looks
How
like.
long did it take for it to kick in?
I'm starting to feel a little weird already.
Really?
Yeah.
Why weird? You're not used to taking Adderall?
No, I only take it in emergencies. I just, for context, I just got off a red-eye flight from LA, so I'm
So you're tired.
very
What would be
tired.
an emergency situation for you?
Driving.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, driving. I keep it in my car. So
Yeah,
I
that's
drove
smart.
here from the airport, so I brought one out with me.
Which airport?
JFK.
Oh, you stressed the fuck out.
Yeah, I am.
You stressed out. You need a breather, bro. You shouldn't
Kids, I have a prescription. Don't play around with this stuff.
Yes,
It can be dangerous.
It's incredible, but
It
don't
is
do
also
it. But it's the best
potentially.
drug.
How
in the
much should
entire
you
world.
take?
Little 5 milligram.
Yeah, I think I took like 3/4 of a 5.
It says it gets you focused. What does that feel like?
Focus. You have energy. You feel a little bit good. You're a little
Yeah.
bit social, talkative. It's incredible.
I don't believe it. Hunter hasn't sang his praises, so I don't believe it. If Hunter Biden doesn't sing a drug's praises, I don't even want to hear it. from
Charlamagne
him.
brings up a good point.
No, 'cause the way y'all didn't even sell me on it just now. I was just
I
like,
know. I know.
for driving, sure. Focus, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't
Well,
seem.
kids with ADHD also take it. In their case, it has the reverse effect, I think, where
It calms them.
if they're too hyper, exactly, it brings them
Yeah.
down and gives them focus.
I don't even believe in that ADHD shit, man.
What, the attention deficit? Yes,
Like
absolutely.
I do believe in it because we all have it, obviously. But like, there are things that we get hyper focus on.
It's excitement. ADHD is just excitement.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's hard to keep any of our attention nowadays, especially a child. Think about it like this. Think about how crazy this is. They used to take us, put us in a classroom, a bunch of kids,
Bro.
and tell us that we had to be still for 40, 50 minutes while they're teaching us some shit that we're not even interested in, and then diagnose us with
Charlamagne.
ADHD when we can't keep still.
And Charlamagne, let me ask you a question. What did they feed us for breakfast before we went to go
The
sit down?
sugariest of foods, frosted
Frosted Flakes.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, corn pops.
So you put sugar into our system bowl by bowl, mix it with dairy that's probably from fucked up mad cow disease,
my
and then
God.
sit us in a classroom to read some books that we don't care about and then expect us to actually be able to pay attention?
And gave us chocolate fucking milk.
Stop.
What the fuck?
Stop.
Gave us chocolate milk. We had a choice
Stop.
of chocolate milk in the morning, chocolate milk at lunch, and you wonder why the kids are so fucking hyper?
Not in Zoran's New
Get the
York.
fuck out of here.
Not in
yo.
Zoran's New York.
Mom Donnie?
Not in Zoran. Zoran said, no, it's not happening. He's getting rid of Adderall.
What, curry everything? Oh, no, Adderall. Oh, no, I thought you were talking about food. I thought you were talking about food.
Scott, it's halal, bro. Halal's coming down to $8. That's what he promised us.
Shit. What you mean?
Halal's coming down to $8.
So no Adderall in schools?
No Adderall in schools. I don't know if he promised that. I might have just made that up, but it seems like a good change. It's also a very unfair advantage if you ever take an Adderall. Like there are these kids taking Adderall and then taking the SATs, taking Adderall and studying for like tests and shit in college. It is more of an advantage than being born a male in a woman's sport.
Well, if y'all complaining about that, wait until they start putting the motherfucking Neuralink and all these other chips in people, and motherfucker, you trying to debate somebody and they got all the facts just rolling off of their fucking
let's
tongue
do
because
it.
of that chip.
Let's do it. I actually would
you get
love that. I mean, yeah, just if it's going to be the great equalizer. If it's going to be the great equalizer, then your little information that you got really means nothing.
Somebody brought up a good point. I think I was talking to Rashad from Earn Your Legion, and we was talking about it, and he was like, you could get it, but what if it's also just like they can just hit like a fail safe button and just
Well, yeah, that's the idea.
blow you up, or you know what I mean, make you a vegetable, like just put some type of mind control.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like you're just taking the chip and you just got the access to it like your phone and you're using it like ChatGPT. Somebody else could have complete control over
Yeah,
you.
you want that shit outside your body. You know, like I don't know if Elon can shut down every Tesla if he wants, but it wouldn't surprise me if he could.
You can get hacked. Think about that.
Exactly.
Hacking is real.
That's what I'm saying. When you start putting them chips and stuff in your body, you can get hacked. That's all I'm saying. Would you want that?
No, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want
But
somebody.
then you're at a disadvantage because you got comedians that are smarter than you, funnier than you.
Yeah.
You're debating on podcasts and people are just rolling off information because the shit is just coming because they got the chip inside of them.
Yeah, it seems like a massive disadvantage. I might have to retire and spend time with my family, God forbid.
Get this money then. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm serious.
I see why Charlamagne opened 5 crystals in South
trying to
Carolina.
tell you.
He's like, I'm done with this information, this infotainment
I'm
nonsense.
not competing with you robots.
Hell no.
That's what I'm tapping on. Why would I compete with robots? There's no
I'm
way.
selling burgers,
Sell
baby.
burgers, baby, and hire the robots to fucking work in the crystals.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I
hear
mean?
you, man.
That's what they sell at crystals?
What?
I thought it was like a crystal shop.
Oh God, Chris.
I can't believe you.
Don't
Sometimes I
take
can't
Adderall.
believe you.
Don't take Adderall.
Yeah, Chris.
You've been to a crystals.
Yeah, what the fast food chain?
Yeah.
I've seen it driving.
Is
So
it
you
a
think
Southern
people
thing?
eat
This is a
crystal?
southern thing. This is a southern
Okay.
thing. No, but knowing
Like
your ass,
Shoney's?
you would start a crystal store,
Right.
hugging trees and seeing
No, I
different
would definitely do that.
Felt on
mythical
brand.
beasts.
Huh?
Felt slightly on brand.
Yeah, but
I would definitely do that.
in this case, no, it is not.
Burgers, corn dogs, fries, milkshakes, you know?
I need to make a statement because I saw Superman recently,
Talk to me.
and There was a scene in Superman that I'm shocked that you have not brought up yet.
Okay.
Okay, where Lois Lane is disgruntled in her relationship.
Tell me more. I don't remember that part.
They're kind of fighting, and then Lois Lane is like,
when they have that long talk?
and then she's like, I knew this wouldn't work. And it's like, bitch, it's Superman. Like, is there never a guy who's good enough? It's like, who do you think you are?
You know what was so funny about that scene?
You barely a writer at the Daily Planet or whatever.
and
He's Superman.
And I'm giving you an exclusive interview. In the middle, you're disgruntled. I'm giving you an exclusive interview, and you bringing up the relationship.
She said, I knew this wouldn't work.
He says that too. He was like, I'm giving you an interview right now. I'm helping you professionally. Like,
I knew this would never work. If it don't work with Superman, you're going to be lonely and die.
it would be kind of tough dating Superman, though.
Yeah, but you'd figure it out because he's fucking Superman.
Maybe.
Stop it.
Maybe.
Stop. You couldn't date Supergirl? No,
He's not bringing in
Supergirl's different.
Superman not bringing no money in.
Yeah, but hold on. I don't know if I could date Supergirl.
Supergirl's fun.
Yeah, but then she could kind of just tell you what you don't really have any masculine energy. Like,
Excuse me, pardon me, ladies, for what I'm about to say. There's women in the room. You know, I like to talk freely.
Yeah.
You know what I think about when I watch Superman, man, and all those superhero movies, Superman, Thor. Yo, pussy on other planets is trash. yo, pussy on other planets
Keep
is
going, girl.
so
Keep going.
trash, yo. Superman comes to Earth and falls in love with Lois Lane. Thor was on Asgard. He falls in love with a woman on Earth. Like, why do these superheroes always fall in love with Earth women?
First brunette they seen. The first chick with brown hair they saw, they're like, I gotta lock this down forever.
Listen, these alien superheroes always come to Earth and fall in love. Pussy on other planets must be trash.
That's why they sent Superman here in the first place. His dad knew. His dad knew. He's like, you want to be saddled up with this fucking googly-eyed monster? yo, get my boy down to Earth.
Superman's dad was like, the best times of my life was when we was visiting Earth. Okay? Send my boy
Your
down
uncle
there
had a
now.
bachelor party. Let me tell you something.
Like, I don't even want to waste no time. If we keep him here, he might be gay. Send him to Earth.
I'll tell you what my kryptonite is. These bitches up here.
You know what I'm saying? God damn. Listen, if you watch the Superman movie, they show the dad and the mom, and the dad is pissed off. The dad is like, go down there and take over,
He's
man.
tight. Yeah, he's tight.
He was like, go down there and find as many wives, literally.
Yeah.
Go down there and get as many wives as you possibly can.
Yep.
You saw it, Chris?
No.
No, I don't know if he said all that.
Yes, he did. Remember when Lex Luthor broke into the whatever the Superman hall is?
I thought Lex Luthor used AI to change what the parents said.
No, it was real.
Oh.
Yeah, Superman never had watched the whole video.
Oh, so he thought that his parents were being benevolent, but in reality, he was just like, yo, go take over.
The dad, well, unless I missed something, the dad was like, go down there, find as many wives as you can, blah, blah, blah. That's why they kept making that joke throughout the movie. It's like, what kind of harem does he already have?
Oh, that's the
Yes,
harem
man.
thing.
Yes,
Would
man.
anybody be mad if Superman had a harem? Get out of here.
I mean, he deserves it, but clearly, all it takes is one earthly vagina, to lock down a superhero.
He was sprung off that shit. Begging.
And Thor had 2 hammers and still fell in love with one earthly woman, bro. What the fuck,
They don't
man?
even age. You got to watch it. Nah, dude. This is... Also, they could have given his parents some veneers. Why'd every old person in that movie have a bottom jaw like a
didn't pay no
skeleton?
attention.
Oh, dude, it was...
Did you like it, though?
I liked it. I thought it was brilliant. James Gunn is brilliant.
He's the GOAT.
I think he's actually the GOAT. Bro, I got teary-eyed when they were building the flag. I'm not going to give away the whole movie, but remember that moment where they're about to get attacked?
Yes, man.
And they bring the flag up and you can't really see the flag and the wind touches it and it just opens it up and the little kid is holding this thing basically begging for Superman to come save him.
Did you think it was too woke? I didn't get woke at all.
I didn't get woke vibes at all.
Me neither, not even a little
If
bit.
anything, it was based.
I don't know what base mean. What base mean?
The opposite of woke, I think. Actually, I'm not exactly
I
sure.
don't know. Yeah, I didn't get wokeness from it at all. I'm just like, yo, if you're Superman, wouldn't you stop a war?
Wouldn't you stop a country from destroying these helpless people?
Yes, that's the whole point of
I don't
being
think
Superman.
that's woke at all.
Yeah,
and also I don't think it's maybe it's a little woke that Superman wasn't good enough for her.
Ooh.
Maybe that's a little woke.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's super everywhere but down there.
Yeah, maybe
You never think about that. They've never shown, at least I haven't seen.
Yeah.
They've never shown Superman and Lois Lane in the bed together. At least in Marvel, you see the superheroes getting it in. You know what I mean? And you can see why. You ever seen Luke Cage bang out Jessica Jones on Netflix?
Not crazy. Crazy?
Bed going crazy, breaking the bed.
No way.
Literally broke the bed on the show.
Wow.
But that's what you want to see.
And she could take it?
She's a superhero too, though.
Okay, so she got some fight.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I like James Gunn though. James Gunn is up there with Quentin Tarantino to me.
Goat.
Like his tone in his films,
bro. The dog,
right amount of humor.
The dog, just making that dog. This is the character. Makes Superman so endearing. This thing that he cannot control, he still loves. It's so selfless. It taps into everybody who has an animal that they care for. Yeah, he's
that's
just.
What
so
I think. Honestly, that's what I think. A lot of people were really mad at when I saw people upset. They weren't upset that it was woke because he stopped the war. I think they were upset that Superman needed a black man and a dog to save his ass for a whole goddamn 2 hours.
You know whoa, I didn't see it like that.
A dog, a black man, a flying woman, and a gay man with a bowl cut had to motherfucking save his ass the whole goddamn film.
What was the flying woman?
Hawk Girl.
Oh, yeah.
The Justice Society, Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl, and Green Lantern.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the dog. I thought it was good though. You know what I mean? I like seeing my superheroes, you know, flawed, human, and you not knowing if they're going to actually win or not. That's my only gripe with Fantastic Four. I think they got Galactus out of there too easy.
Hey, I didn't watch Fantastic Four yet.
Oh, you didn't see it? Okay. Yeah, they got him out of there. They got him out of there a little bit too easy for my life.
Leave Pedro Pascal alone, though. I hate how the internet's coming for him, saying that he's too touchy-feely with these girls. Have you seen this?
I have, man.
Leave him alone. Miles, bring up that one meme that's hilarious.
Here's the thing that I don't understand about Pedro Pascal. The only people complaining about Pedro Pascal is the motherfucking internet. I haven't seen a woman he touched complain yet. So what does that tell me?
He's literally the sweetest guy in person.
But that tells me he knows who he should be touching.
Exactly.
And why he should be touching them. Clearly they're fine with it.
I mean, he's a charming, handsome guy. I don't think he's scary. It doesn't look he's like trying to take advantage. We haven't seen him out here being some Lothario. I mean, this is just this.
But they said he did.
This is crazy.
This meme says Pedro Pascal having an anxiety attack. What movie is this from?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street. But that's what they say. They say Pedro deals with real bad anxiety, and all the people around him know that.
Right. So that they're there for him.
I mean, listen, I understand how anxiety works, but he's probably using that as an excuse.
Damn.
To get
Damn, bro.
to get some quick feels. But also, once again, none of the ladies are complaining. It's just the internet complaining.
Exactly.
So clearly he knows who he should be touching.
Yeah, leave Pedro alone, man. He's a good guy.
He did a fantastic job as Reed Richards too, by the way.
Really?
I thought
Was Fantastic Four good?
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It's one of the best Marvel movies I've seen in a while. I thought every Marvel movie that came out this year was trash, except for Deadpool Wolverine. I thought, was that Deadpool Wolverine was last year, right? I don't fucking remember. I thought Thunderbolts was mid. I thought Captain America Brave New World was mid. Fantastic Four was good. And Deadpool and Wolverine was good, but it wasn't about anything. Like, Fantastic Four is actually good and it's part of the larger MCU.
Does it make you excited for
Yes.
What is it called?
Yes.
Doomsday?
Absolutely. Definitely makes you excited for Doom. Absolutely.
And it sets it up well?
Absolutely. The problem I have with the Fantastic Four, it's not a problem. It's just that we told Marvel this 5 years ago.
What?
Just go to another universe. Don't try to make Earth 616 so convoluted. Go to another universe.
Start over.
We know that multiverses exist. But think about it, right? Right after Endgame, they went to another universe, whether it was the Mutant X-Men universe or Fantastic Four. They're telling us right then and there that the multiverse exists.
Yeah.
So by the time we 4 or 5 years in now and we're getting into the big events like Doomsday and Secret Wars, not only did we know multiverse exists, now we're getting incursions and shit like that. And you could have did movies like Spider-Man No Way Home where they show us these different Spider-Mans coming from other universes because you already opened it up. You could have still did Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but they should have started something completely different in a whole other multiverse, man. And it would have made more sense over the last 5 years because we've gotten a bunch of garbage over the last 5 years.
I just hate the idea of the multiverse because it takes away the stakes of death. You know, it's like you die, but yeah, you're alive somewhere else, so I still get to experience you.
A version of you was alive somewhere. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah. It makes it too comic booky. In movies, there has to be some finality.
Yes.
In comic books, you read and you can keep it going, but in movies, you want some type of end.
Yeah.
You know?
Or just you want stakes. You want to know if this goes bad, it's over and there's nothing else that could happen. And that's where the tearjerker comes in. That's why you're sad. That's why you're heartbroken.
And the other superheroes from other places be more pussy. Meaning like in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Wanda killed every other superhero in the other universe. She killed the Mr. Reed Richards of that universe. She killed the Black Bolt of that universe. Who else is in there? Captain, what's the woman's name? The woman.
Captain Marvel.
No, not Captain Marvel. The one with the shield. I'm blanking on her name. Why am I blanking on her name? I can't remember, but they killed her. They killed the other Captain Marvel, but she was black. Like they make them too easy to kill. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, when you know you could just have another one pop up at any time, you don't gotta develop the characters.
Yeah, even in Endgame. And you know what's so crazy? When you watch Endgame introduced us to all of that. Endgame introduced us to time travel, Endgame introduced us to the multiverse. Because you had two, what's the sisters' names? God damn
Green Girl.
You had two of the Green Girl.
Yep.
You had two of the other one. I can't. My mind. I need. Give me some fucking Adderall, bro.
Gamora.
Who?
Gamora.
Gamora, and what was her sister name? Because there was two of them.
Yeah.
And they easily killed her when the other one came in.
Yeah.
And just shot her. Right before she was about to take the stones from Hawkeye.
Nebula.
Nebula.
Yes. But they did it in a cool way where they had already killed Gamora, and then it forced Chris Pratt's character. For Star-Lord to interact with this woman that he had lost, but he was so deeply in love with. Yes. And like, I thought it was the best display of the multiverse, but simply just popping over to another universe and starting over, and it's stupid.
It's just crazy how I saw Kevin Feige say that they didn't have a plan after Endgame. And I'm like, I don't know how, when Endgame introduced us to everything you introduced us to over the last 5 years. The multiverse, time travel, like it was just...
But that shit was corny and nobody cares about.
And nobody gave a fuck. But they seem like they back on track, but let's motherfucking see. By the way, we are here. I know we said last week that we weren't here, but we are here.
Yo, we're here.
You know what I mean? Where do we want to start with some events of the motherfucking week, man?
Well, can we just say that I want to shout out the Brilliant Idiots fans, man.
No, that's not us.
Hold on. I want to shout out the Brilliant Idiots fans because the thing is that people might think they know what a Brilliant Idiots fan is, but you don't know who they are. You don't know what the family is. You don't know our interests. You don't know where we go with our free time, what we do on the weekends. Like you might think it's just this dude podcast who we just chopping shit up. It's like, no, we're going to all different events. It was cool to see some Brilliant Idiots at the WNBA game.
That wasn't us. Even though I do love the WNBA.
Nah, one of them threw the Dilly. They threw the Dilly on the court.
What you mean one of them? They did it last night.
Again?
Yes.
No, we didn't start
bro,
this.
A second dildo has hit the goddamn towers, bro. What the fuck? A second dildo has hit the WNBA, bro.
9/11, bro. I'm not talking about inches.
A fucking green. This is the first one. The one last night was from the other end of the court.
The Jolly Green Giant.
You didn't see the other one? This
I
is from
saw the other one.
This is from the Golden State Atlanta game. You didn't see the one from last night?
What I'm saying is it's fire to see Brilliant Idiots everywhere repping, you know.
That's not what we said. What we said was, Andrew said that they should come out with some signature strap-ons.
We said it. You said it was a great idea.
It was a great idea. Signature strap-ons for the WNBA. But we didn't tell y'all to start going to the games and throwing them, bro. What game was that last night? That was the Chicago Sky versus who? Who they playing? I can't tell who they playing. I see the Chicago Sky.
Baltimore Bulldaggers.
Man, shut the fuck up.
There it is.
Yo.
Baltimore
You see my man jump? Oh, no, you got to see the dude ref is not touching
they playing Golden State again. Oh, this is the Golden State thing.
Look, The dude ref is not touching the dilly. Watch. He's like, I ain't grabbing it. The girl ref comes over and punts it, and then the guy jumps.
Punched the penis, bro.
He grabs it with the towel, bro. Dudes will not touch a dick that's not ours, man. It don't matter if it's made out of rubber.
Yo,
That's crazy.
Listen, the drop the
That
towel.
right there, Charlamagne is-
That's funny. The drop the towel and pick it up. I know he went, hey, yo. I know somebody yelled, hey, yo. Hey, yo.
His boys are killing him right now.
Yo, they got the WNBA.
Not another one.
No, it's the
Not
same game. It's the same
another
game. It's the
one.
same game. It's only
No,
happened
that's
twice.
different.
No, it's
First
happened
one.
twice.
This is the first one.
It's happened twice, yeah.
This came
it
from
happened
up
at the
top.
Golden State Valkyries Atlanta Dream game, and it happened last night at the Golden State Valkyries Chicago Sky game. I'm blaming the Golden State Valkyrie fans.
Look,
yo.
it fell out of her shorts. They trying to blame this on the fans. It fell out of her shorts,
Yo,
bro.
the crazy.
Stop trying to blame this on the fans. No, stop
Get
it.
the fuck out of here.
No,
Yo, they got Kelsey Plum throwing the dildo into the crowd. Yo, how am I missing this? I ain't seen none of those memes, yo. Yo, they got Kelsey Plum and she threw the towel in the stands far as shit. They got her throwing the green dildo and somebody catching it. I need to know the significance of it. Why isn't the lime green dildo, bro?
The Gatorade commercial go off.
Listen, but I do feel like the WNBA needs to have signature strap-ons. I think that would be dope.
I think that this is a perfect example of the cultural influence of the Brilliant Idiots podcast. Now, in no way did we say disrupt the game by throwing dillies on the court. That being said, the virality shows you that there's clearly a market there for
is.
the WNBA dildo.
Did you see Sophie Cunningham's tweet? Sophie
Nah, what
Cunningham of
she
the
said?
Indiana Fever. She said, "Stop throwing on the court. You're going to hurt one of us." I don't know if this tweet is real, but this shit is funny as fuck, bro. Like, what do you mean you're going to hurt one
That's
of us,
kryptonite
man?
to some of them, man.
And it's lime green.
That's kryptonite. You know that's kryptonite. Some of them lesbians saw the thing, they said, no, get it away from me.
Yo, by the way, stop doing that shit, man. But you know what, though? I'm going to tell you ladies, if you want to get some revenge, just start throwing pocket pussies at the NBA games. Start taking the pocket pussies and throwing them at the WNBA games.
Hey.
Equality, bro.
That might be equality. Listen, some of those NBA players might get one of them pocket pussies pregnant, man. You gotta be careful. It's gonna get
You gotta do it though, just to get some get back, just
I
for
think
equality.
If you want get back, throw the on the court.
Nah,
You don't think that would stop an NBA game in its tracks? A flies onto the court.
see, there's no openly gay NBA players. See, the reason you throw the dildo on the court for the WNBA women because you know that there's openly gay women on the court.
Yeah.
So there's no openly gay men in the NBA to throw the.
But no, I'm saying it's like that's even. Like if you're a guy and you like pussy and you're a girl you like pussy, then that's the same. So that's why
Say that again now. I haven't
it's-
taken an Adderall.
it's like, all right, if you're a guy and you like pussy and you're
Yeah.
a girl and you like pussy, that's the same.
Yes.
You feel the same way about a penis. You're like, I don't want none of that. So
Yeah, but
Technically-
the gay girl uses the penis.
we don't know. We don't know if she.
Nah, they use the strap, bro.
You think?
They come on, they use the strap,
Bro,
bro.
that strap had balls on it. What are they doing with that? What are they doing with?
Is it the same? Yeah,
Why
it's
are
the
they
same
playing
kind.
with the fake balls though? Why would they? Who does that serve?
I don't know,
even?
man. I stand on the fact that anytime a lesbian uses a strap on, yo, if a woman is rubbing on it and you are moaning and you're the one with the strap, that's mental retardation.
That is.
Like, imagine you getting the strap sucked and you moan it.
That's
you getting
crazy.
the balls on the strap
Who's
jiggled
it for?
and you like,
Who's it? Who's it for? You don't need to suck the strap, lesbians. Who is it for?
Oh man, stop throwing the WNBA games. It's not right.
That is, I would
Okay.
agree with that. I think
Now
that
listen,
is.
can you wear them?
To the game?
Yeah, if you're a fan of the WNBA, can you wear it like a strap? Would they?
I think so.
They
I think
probably
that,
kick you out for that.
why? What if it's your signature strap?
Well,
if you're gonna go to the game, if you're gonna go to the game to watch your favorite player, wouldn't you wear their jersey?
Listen, by the way,
We wear their sneakers.
I could be completely wrong in this. I think that this is the WNBA doing this, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Talk to
How are
me.
they even getting in the game with this shit on? They got to go to security and metal detectors and all types of other shit.
It's plastic.
Right there, you put it on.
Even if it's plastic, the detector detects something.
You put it on.
So they'll be like, oh, that's something large inside of you.
Yeah, you put it right there. And then what are they going to be like? Yo, your dick's not really
Yeah,
that
nobody
big.
want to say nothing, right?
Exactly.
God
and if you see a
damn.
fine girl walk in with one, then they're like, oh shit, they're getting good.
God.
You think this is a man throwing or a woman throwing?
I mean, it reached the court. So I think that tells us a little something.
That's true. That's true. I'm not going to assume. I don't know. I'm not going to just put it on men. This could be a gay guy. This could be a woman. You know what I mean? It could be marketing for the WNBA. You know what I mean? The WNBA has its weeks where it's like all in the news, and it has its weeks where it's very quiet. Because of these dildos this week, bro, it's in the conversation in a real way.
I hate having good ideas, man. I hate having good ideas. I'm sick and tired of it, to be honest with you.
I won't believe it's a Brilliant Idiots fan until I see like them do what we said, which is match the colors of the team.
Don't you do it.
You know what I mean? Not for real. You got to match the colors of the team.
Don't you?
Yeah, y'all. The lime green dildo. It's like, match the colors of the team, and then I'll believe it. You know what I mean? Okay, check it out. If you're a Brilliant Idiots fan, make the next one red. I know why you're throwing the neon green, because it stands out. So make the next one red or orange, like a bright color. Let me see. I need to see if it's a Brilliant Idiots fan doing this. Because we were the first people talking about the straps in the WNBA, bro.
And we were right. Sometimes it sucks to be right. But Charlamagne, I swear to God, the next you will see on that court is going to be red. And I just want you to know, we put it out there in the world on this very podcast.
I'm not encouraging you to do this, because I don't think this is Brilliant Idiots fans. I'm doing this to prove it's not Brilliant Idiots fans.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You know what's so crazy though, man?
What, did the dildos
yes, that too. But now WNBA games got to put up signs saying don't bring dildos into the arena.
Yeah.
Like the world is a spoof, bro.
Bro, they got to put the thing at the end of the field goal unit.
What?
They got to put the net so
net,
that the people don't get hit by the ball.
You know they did this in the NFL though. Yeah, they threw dildos. It was a Buffalo Bills versus, I think, New England Patriots game, and a guy scored a touchdown, and whoever threw that dildo threw it at the perfect motherfucking time.
Hit him?
And it hit him right as he scored the touchdown.
No way.
Or landed right by him. Pull that up, Miles.
No way.
Pull that up, Chris. That's not the weirdest thing in your search history. Pull up dildo at NFL game. Why do y'all use Twitter as a search engine? Hold on. Yeah, right here. You're not going to. Yes.
Nah,
Buffalo
that's
Bills,
crazy.
Patriots. Yep. But see it right there?
That's crazy.
See it right there on the field? And the funny thing is, as soon as he started doing this dance like this, the dildo was right there. It's like he got excited to see it. Buffalo Bills versus Patriots game. Bills was kicking. No, who was winning that game? The Patriots, right?
Yeah. Why do they need to look so much like penises?
Because it's a dildo.
Yeah, but like it could just deliver the.
I will say, if I was a stud, I wouldn't have. I mean, that defeats the whole purpose, right? If you're a stud or a lesbian, why would you want a that looks like a penis? That defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah.
That's just proving that y'all need men.
Right? Like,
all right, man.
Yeah.
What else we got, man? Stop fucking with the WNBA players. What was up with this American Eagle Sydney Sweeney ad, bro? I didn't see it. I saw everybody in the uproar about it. What was the problem? Let me read the headline, Chris.
just it's fat girls are upset that we're using pretty women as models again.
American Eagle is standing by its controversial ad campaign featuring Sydney Sweeney, which includes various commercials with the tagline, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. The campaign creates a pun around great genes, which ignited outrage online over American Eagle glorifying the Emmy nominee's white heritage and thin physique. Some users on social media even compared the ads to Nazi propaganda.
So with that,
Let me see the commercial, Chris. I haven't watched it.
watch the commercial real quick, and then right there, you had it.
Is that it?
Yeah, it was. It's just the ad got to play.
I saw two things that people were arguing about this week. I was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Yeah,
It was this, and it was the Martin joking on Pam shit.
Oh, okay, hold on.
No, that's not the ad.
Yeah.
Is it?
No?
Nah, this is just like a thing. Hold on.
Just look for it on Twitter or something like that.
You get off Twitter to actually go on an actual site and can't find nothing. Now I understand why you go on Twitter. Sydney Sweeney ad. Let's see what this is.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very key.
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
You see what I did there,
Just
right?
that first one.
Let me play it again.
Yeah.
Why people throwing dildos at this, bro? I
Genes
don't
are
get
passed
it.
down
Yeah.
from parents to offspring,
Yeah. Play it
often
again.
determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My jeans are blue.
Okay,
Sydney
so it's a
Sweeney
pun
has-
off her eyes being blue and the jeans being blue.
All right. So this is,
Because she's
Even.
it's not even
yes,
that.
it is. Because she
No,
thought
this is
she
what-
said
No.
even eye color, and then she said my jeans are blue.
Yeah, exactly. That's the pun because she has blue eyes and also her jeans
Yeah.
are blue. 100%. People are upset because they think that it's reinforcing this idea that blonde-haired, blue-eyed white women are the most beautiful or whatever, and that's like the Nazi propaganda where it's like, what should Germans look like? Blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aryan race or whatever. Here's the great irony of this whole thing. What they're actually saying is that Sydney Sweeney has great tits.
What?
That's what
I love
everybody.
this mansplaining. Come on, break
Yeah,
this one
everybody
down.
knows Sydney Sweeney has generational knocks.
She
And they're
does?
absolutely. Oh my God, absolutely fantastic. Some of the best. Everybody but you knows, and I know you got to say it, and you're being true. Or
I've
whatever.
never paid no attention.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. Welcome to the fucking milk parade, my boy. This right here, she has generational tits. I mean, unbelievable breasts, right? So they're doing a little tongue-in-cheek nod to be like, yeah, she has great genes. It's like, those are the great genes part. Nobody is like, oh my God, Sydney Sweeney was the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. Oh my God, she has the most beautiful blonde hair. She's not even blonde, she's a brunette. But the tits are absolutely exceptional with all due respect. They're so good they can sell jeans. That's how amazing tits are. That's how amazing tits are, is that someone with great tits could make you buy jeans, which got nothing to do with the tits.
I'm not
It's like when I
discouraging.
bought Steph Curry's shoes thinking I could shoot better.
I'm not discouraging that take. That's a cool take. I get it, but I think this is about the eyes, my man. You know what I mean?
No, the people projected their insecurity onto the commercial. The commercial is tongue-in-cheek about
Her eyes and the jeans.
no, it's I have great genes. Like everybody, she's basically saying she's good looking.
Yeah, but she explains three things. I think she references her hair.
Yeah.
And the last thing she references is her eyes.
Yeah.
And then she goes, I have great jeans. Or I have blue jeans or whatever the fuck she said.
My jeans are blue.
Yeah, my jeans are blue.
Yeah, that's the
Like
pun.
her eyes.
Yeah, exactly. That's a double entendre or whatever like that. But I think we all know why they picked her.
But how is this Nazi propaganda? I don't know. Maybe I'm
Because fat girls make things up on the internet and
But
people
no,
reward
this
it.
is not a
that's-
real
You could
thing.
just say anything.
It's not a real thing.
What happened to body positivity? Can anybody tell me why can't she be positive about her body?
Lizzo gave it up. Lizzo said, yo, I'm losing this weight, so I can't be your
Second
representative no
Ozempic
more.
came around, there was no more body positivity.
Lizzo was like, I can't be your representative no more. I need to lose this weight. What do you say, Chris? Is nothing?
A couple people made a comment. Now it's turned into this whole firestorm. I read a statistic. I think it was over the course of a day. Fox spent 86 minutes talking about this and 3 minutes over talking about the Epstein.
So
Fox?
Exactly. Conservatives are like
they're
milking
latching
it.
onto this. Yeah.
Conservatives are milking it for like, look at.
Is that a
woke-
pun?
Yes. Conservatives for like, look at woke liberals. Like that's what
Okay.
they're doing. Like, look, they're outraged. They're upset about this thing again. It's like nobody should really care, but it became the biggest fucking thing on the internet. It's so stupid.
I promise you, if I would have watched, if you'd have showed me this commercial with no context, and my mind wouldn't even have gone there. Nazi propaganda.
Bro,
That's
that's
the
all
proper
I'm saying.
response. That's the proper.
They literally did the same ad with Beyonce 3 years ago or something like that.
All I'm sitting there thinking is, when the fuck is Euphoria season 3 coming? That's really what I care
Because
about.
what do you want to know?
I want to know what happens with the storyline.
Me too.
Man, shut the fuck
Me
up.
too. I want to know about the storyline as well. I want my baba. I want baba. I want baba. My daughter wakes up every morning asking for baba. Every time I look at American Eagle ad, I feel the
I'll
exact
tell you
same
something, man.
way.
And by the way, to your point, I don't even know if this is real outrage because, we got bots running social media. But if this is actually real outrage, boy, America really must not be in as bad shape as everybody is saying. If y'all
That's what
got
I'm
time to be
saying.
mad about shit like this.
Exactly.
real.
Like, if y'all got time to be mad about shit like that. I was even watching, did you see what Ari Lennox, pull up Ari Lennox, Chris, talking about Martin.
The thing that pissed me off about Martin was how much he would go on Pam. Like, I know, like, and this is coming from a girl who I love me a good, like, joking ass movie. And it even when the joking movie is like, damn, like, that was fucked up. Like, you know, I'm not like too woke or something is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm honestly not, I'm problematic. I'm pretty problematic, low key. But my point is that there are some things where I draw the line and it just bothered me. Or like, I don't know, it's like, Pam was so fucking beautiful and so fine. And I just feel like growing up as a chocolate girl, like, I don't even know if I was able to understand the greatness of Pam because of the light that I feel like I was being fed. You know what I'm saying? Like, of just like always going on Pam, always, like, that's all I remember. And I didn't like that. But like, so I feel conflicted because while I feel like the show is incredible and I feel like Martin is a legendary show and all of the actors and Tommy and like everybody, like legendary, amazing. Like, I adore them all. Like, you have no idea. And I adore Martin. Like, I adore him. It just would piss me off. Like the joking on Pam. I just didn't like that, you know?
Whatever.
I like Ari a lot, but man, sometimes when you too woke, you got to take a nap, bro.
Yeah.
You got to get some sleep. Like,
Get
you're
a
not thinking
sleep.
straight when you just been awake for too long. Like, the thing about Martin, everybody got it on Martin. Everybody joked with each other on Martin. There was never a time when Pam was a victim on Martin. Not only was Pam not a victim, Pam was the instigator too. Pam would walk in and immediately start snapping on Martin. Immediately start snapping on Cole. Immediately start snapping on Tommy. Immediately start snapping on Gina. And you know what else? Pam was the object of desire for every single man on this show except for Martin. There's even an episode of Martin where somebody else starts snapping on Pam, and Martin steps up and Pam goes, only I can joke on her like that.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't get when she says she didn't understand the greatness of Pam on Martin. Yo, to me, Tashina Arnold's character was the second funniest character on the show. And I'm only saying second because Martin got top billing. If you really watch it, between her and Martin, they were the comedic relief on the show. Probably equally. The only reason it wouldn't be equal because Martin got more screen time.
I would say that like one of the reasons why Martin was so funny for me compared to like other shows around the time, like Seinfeld, for example. Like, I would watch Seinfeld. I'm not saying Seinfeld's not funny. It is funny, but it's like, okay, here are these different storylines and we're going to connect these storylines, and these things that we made up with these characters that we made up are going to smash into each other, and it's going to be really clever in the way that they smash. Funny, I get it, and it's great. When I watched Martin was making fun of Pam's head.
No, Gina's head.
I'm sorry, Gina's head.
And that's
My
his
bad.
girl.
No.
That was his girl.
Yeah,
show.
Martin's making fun of Gina's head, but that's her head in real life. That's what was so hilarious about it to me. It felt so real. It's like, it's not just the character, it's Gina's head. So I would die laughing at that shit. And I don't know, for some reason, it just felt a little bit like the stakes felt a little higher because these are real attributes about these people. You know, I thought it was, I don't know. I've heard these.
People get on my fucking nerves when they say shit like, you know, we thought these spaces were safe, but maybe they weren't. Man, shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah,
we watched Martin and died laughing. I want to see that clip, Chris. I never saw that clip.
Also, it's
Pam talking?
Yeah, I never saw that.
It's long, but let's see what she's saying.
It says Pam has already addressed this herself. I never saw this.
I know that there's been a suggestion that there's a sort of light skin versus dark skin sort of dynamic between the way Martin treats Gina and the way he treats Pam.
Yo, Pam, you should be the dog as usual.
Have you ever considered that, or do you look at that and it, just in the way that like the things he calls you sometimes in character?
You know why I never considered that? Because originally Raw was all fat jokes, like I told you. It was written, you know, which is not better.
Yeah.
But we as a culture go through that, and it's I never was insulted by it because, first of all, it's my job to be able to bring life to this role. And how do I keep a certain, because there were things that were written towards Pam, and Martin would say, absolutely not, I'm not saying that. So there are fights that happen off camera that a lot of people don't know about. I would say no to your question only because what Martin and I had was really organic. So wherever that comes from is because of us personally and not because of what we really saw in each other. It wasn't derived from light. It just so happens that Tisha is very light.
Yeah.
And what happens is people.
There was never colorism jokes.
This is the other thing that I think is kind of interesting about all this in retrospect is like you're on the biggest show on the planet, right? In that moment, and it's the biggest fucking show. And it's not going to be the biggest show if every single time you're writing a joke for every single person, you're considering every single cultural sensitivity that could exist 20 years in the future.
You couldn't predict that.
Yeah, it's not even possible. So a lot of times, like, I actually like her answer where she's like, there was times where they said that he should say something to Pam and he was like, hell no, I would never say that. I think that's great. I think she's defending it.
Yeah, she said that a lot of their dynamic on the show was based off how they were in real life.
Also, what I always interpreted the show as, and again, I'm a kid at the time, so I'm not looking through the lens of colorism and shit, but what I always looked at, it was like your girl's best friend and you
get these jokes,
but you're always at odds because you're fighting over your girl. Right. So it's like I always would have a fun, contentious relationship with my girl's best friend. It was silly. It was great. I probably emulated Martin in that way.
You know how much my wife warns me when her friends come around?
What is it? Yeah, you gotta behave.
Because you don't behave.
Behave.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yes. And you're not going to fuck with your girl the same way you're going to fuck with your girl's friends or other people. Like, you and your girl got y'all little inside jokes.
Yeah.
Right? And then you got your jokes with her friends or whoever else.
Pam was incredible in this show.
She was this.
Pam was incredible.
1A, 1B. The only reason people put Martin 1A is because it's Martin's show and he got more screen time.
Yeah, but
characters.
Martin.
You're right.
No, Martin. I'll be honest. I don't think it's 1A, 1B at all. But I think that she was. Yeah, it's 1 and 2. But she was fucking exceptional because she was able to react to the jokes. If she wilted at the jokes, they're not funny. She was strong enough as a character where Martin could bully. And we didn't feel bad.
And she gave it to him.
She gave it to him. She was tough. She's walking in clowning on him immediately. If she had all felt sensitive, the jokes aren't funny. She was a strong enough character where they were funny.
If Ari wants to have a conversation about Pam being underutilized on Martin, I could do that because
the show's called Martin, bro.
It definitely was called Martin. But this is what I mean when I say that. If you watch Martin and you watch Pam, the physical comedy that both of them exuded, they both could do it.
Fantastic.
So that means that if they wanted to, they could have had Pam play characters. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Pam could have played like the same way Martin used to play Sinead. Imagine Pam playing like a hood dude. That could have been funny. You know what I mean?
They could have done a million things.
That's the only thing I would say.
This is a compilation of apparently some of his worst. This is.
Martin insults to Pam. Angela Bassett Hound.
That's
hilarious.
funny. That's a pun.
Hilarious.
Donkey Kong.
I got to hear it in a sentence. That ain't a weave. That's a wool sweater with glue.
Funny.
Hilarious. Ain't nobody scared of you, Pam. I seen your baby pictures. You were born with a tail. Hilarious. You got so much weave you could skydive with it. You like the female version of Bigfoot, but louder. Now go to Pam's insults to Martin. I bet you ain't nobody do that list.
Yeah.
Pam used to kill Martin, call him Arsenio Smalls. Like, she used to kill Martin, clown his ear. His height and his ears used to get all the jokes all the time. His breath. She used to clown him on his height, his ears, and his breath. They used to clown each other on their breath.
Since next tooth of mine.
Oh, this is them going back and forth. Hilarious. And look at Gina right there riding with her man.
Tommy.
Now watch Pam.
To get on all the rides at Disneyland.
See? Physical comedy. You see what she's doing? That's what I'm saying. Tashina Arnold was the funniest person other than Martin on this show, bro.
I see why they get along so well. I see why they're together. They have a very shared relationship. She shakes his head. He shakes her beard.
That's what the show was. Not arguing with y'all about this, man.
Yeah,
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. You're too woke. Go take a nap. Shout out to Martin. Shout out to Tisha Campbell, to Sheena Arnold.
Also, every one of you, pause. every one of the people that has made those like rap battle videos where the audience is going crazy in the background afterwards, it's just a version of this that they don't even realize they're copying. Like when you would do when somebody would just roasting each other and the whole crowd is going crazy around you.
I think
that's what makes it funny.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think comedic battles came first, but I don't fucking know. I really don't know.
That's what I'm saying. This.
Yeah. All I know is Pam, Tashina Arnold held her own in every scene.
That's why it was funny.
There was never a time Martin told a joke, we laughed, and then Pam didn't respond, and we laughed just as hard.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I also don't think the writers favored Martin over her. Like, I think they wanted Pam to kill Martin because it made Martin more likable to us.
Yes.
Martin stayed getting ragged.
Wasn't there a dynamic like that in the Jeffersons, to take it back even further?
Fucking
George versus
the maid. Florence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, George used to kill the maid, man. What's the maid's name? Her real name is shit. I'm fucking that now. I really need an Adderall today. Cause how I don't remember that. Hold on.
Saturday.
It wasn't the other woman too who was married to the white guy? Didn't he go at her too?
Well, he used to kill both of them.
Right.
Marla Gibbs used to play Florence. Marla Gibbs used to play Florence on the Jeffersons.
That was the best.
Yeah, George.
And Sanford and Son, it was the same thing. He'd go at
Sanford, Fred used to kill.
This is every show. Like,
what the fuck is wrong with my brain today? Used to kill Ethel.
Yeah, Ethel. Yeah.
Is it Ethel? Oh, let me make sure it's Ethel. You got me. I need an Adderall, man. Pass me one for real. Ethel.
I think this is
Ethel.
Yeah, I think like
Esther. Fred used to kill Esther on Sanford and Son, man. Shut up. By the way,
people need to shut up, man.
We are recording this on the weekend, so
on Saturday. But it is true. It's like, God, not everything got to be oppressive. You know, not everything has to be victimization.
Comedy.
Like, bro, like, do you really think there's a bunch of people sitting in a boardroom? Like, how can we make this person on this show feel as small as possible? It's like, nah.
No, they do that with Lauren LaRosa on Breakfast Club because me and Lauren clown each other all of the time. As if I ain't been calling Envy a fraggle maggot for 15 years. You know what I'm saying?
But it's sad. Like, to see the world like that is kind of sad.
Like, come the fuck on, man. Deion Sanders is going to continue coaching despite cancer diagnosis. This was scary. This was scary because I ain't never heard of bladder cancer.
Oh, wow.
You ever heard of bladder cancer, Chris?
Of course.
Oh.
I know someone who has it, unfortunately.
Oh,
damn.
No. I'm sorry, man.
I never heard of it, man. But salute to, I'm sorry, Deion. I can't let Deion be the first disease we discussed today. Shout out to Deion. No, it was not a disease. And Deion's cured. Justin Timberlake. Go to Justin Timberlake taking fucking Chris's whole flow. Taking your whole flow word for word, bar for bar, Chris. Justin Timberlake has been diagnosed with a disease that all brilliant idiot listeners are hip to because of Chris Moreau. Justin
What
Timberlake.
do they tell me? Get me a Corona and...
Get a Corona in a line.
It'll be all right. There
Yes. Justin Timberlake is sharing that he has been battling some health issues as he concludes his Forgot Tomorrow world tour, including that he was recently diagnosed with Lyme disease. And I want the record to show this comes after him getting a lot of backlash for how bad he's been performing on these shows.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yes, that's the context of this. So he's been performing bad on these shows. I've been seeing some of the videos go viral. He's up there just really not, dancing the way he used to. He just looks real regular. And so he decided to come out. Let's play this. Let me read this, Chris. I want to read this statement that Justin Timberlake wrote. Living with this can be relentlessly debilitating, both mentally and physically. When I first got the diagnosis, I was shocked for sure, but at least I could understand why I would be on stage and in a massive amount of nerve pain or just feeling crazy fatigue or sickness. Lyme disease is a bacterial infection with the bacterium, what is that, Chris? I'm sure you know that, Borrelia burgdorf?
I don't know how to say it.
Being the most common cause. Timberlake went on to say this week that he was faced with a decision to stop touring or to keep going, writing that the joy that performing brings me far outweighs the fleeting stress my body was feeling. I'm so glad I kept going, he wrote. What do you think, Schultz?
I think it's it's made by the government.
Lyme disease?
That's a popular theory.
That Lyme disease is made by the government?
Not made. It's kind of similar to COVID in that it was created in a lab and accidentally got leaked out into the general population.
It's Lyme, Connecticut, right?
Lyme, Connecticut is on the Long Island Sound. There's a government facility right off of the coast in Lyme, Connecticut, where they for years were experimenting with various diseases that could be potentially used to
bioweapons,
used as bioweapons. And the theory is somehow accidentally by purpose, we don't know, it got into the local population and spread from there.
And they put out something as weak as Lyme disease.
Damn, bro.
What you mean?
Damn,
it don't even kill nobody.
Yeah, but
no, it doesn't. I looked it up when Justin Timberlake said this shit. The fatality rate is so rare, like very, 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 very rare. The most you get is a rash and some joint pain, Chris.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but it's debilitating.
What
the fuck are you talking about?
What's the worst you've
joint-
gotten, Chris?
Personally?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten all sorts of things. Terrible fatigue is my biggest. I mean, you say that until you have it.
Take a nap.
No, he got terrible fatigue. Man.
What else, Chris? What else?
I mean,
Can't play Frogger.
People are paralyzed. People can't walk.
Oh, Chris, cut it out. Show me
That's
the
true.
win.
They get the
No.
They get lupus too.
No, lupus is lupus. Lyme is something else.
Oh.
Chris just get a little tired, can't move out the way. A moped's fast enough a little
That's
bit.
2 now that you guys are gaslighting me on. All
What
right.
you mean?
That's 2
You
now.
guys,
That's 2 now.
Come
when
on.
I get the call, yo, I got run over. I'm in the hospital. And plus they diagnosed me with Lyme's. That's going to be, you don't want that karma. Come on, man.
Who got ran over?
I'm saying
You
you
saying
guys.
it could happen to you.
I'm not saying it can't. All I'm simply saying is Lyme can be cured with antibiotics.
It cannot be.
What, Chris?
No,
that's
they
not
can't.
true.
They can't cure it. They
Yes,
don't
they
know
can.
how.
Look it up, Chris.
Look at
Everybody-
What are you
if
talking about? I've
catch it-
read every book. I've
So
spent
they
a
said,
million.
they said if you catch it early enough.
If
If you catch it early
you
enough.
get a bullseye rash,
Yes.
you go to the doctor, you get a prescription for doxycycline for, let's say, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you have a very good chance of beating it and you'll be fine.
All right.
The problem is not everybody gets a bullseye rash when they get it,
So
or
you
the
don't
tick
know.
is very small, you don't know. It gets into your system, and then that's the problem. It wreaks havoc from there.
All I'm saying is Justin Timberlake wrote a letter that sounded like he was dying of cancer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, did it demand all of that just because you got some backlash from your tour?
You're asking someone with Lyme disease. It sucks. I mean, I'm not putting out press releases. You got to deal with it. You got to keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want me to say? It sucks.
Podcast producer Chris Morrow.
Yeah.
After his
Maybe I
Yo,
should.
Chris, you got to drop a press release after Justin Timberlake. You got to beat JT,
Yeah,
man.
JT has made this a worldwide story just by embracing it. I guess
I've had to take 3.5 milligrams of Adderall every Brilliant Idiot
You know what I'm
episode for the
saying?
last 10 years to get through this.
I'm sorry, Chris. Maybe you just haven't been selling it to us the way that you should have. Justin Timberlake talked about Lyme disease the way Hunter Biden talked about crack.
Facts.
Now, Hunter Biden sounded delicious. The way Justin Timberlake said, it's like, Timberlake, shut the fuck up. But it's only because, I guess, other people haven't taken Lyme disease as serious as you should.
How many more people tried crack since Hunter Biden?
How many more people going to try to get bit by a tick since Timberlake put this
Oh, nobody's fucking with them ticks after that. I mean,
I
that
grew up in the
sounds horrible.
South. We used to get ticks all
Yeah,
the
but
time.
it's not in the South the way it is in the Northeast.
Oh.
Yeah, because they created the disease in the Northeast.
Right.
On a scale of 1 to gonorrhea, Chris.
I've
What
never
is
had
it?
Gonorrhea. I don't know.
You never had gonorrhea?
Would you rather have gonorrhea or Lyme disease?
Gonorrhea.
Is there a cure for gonorrhea?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll take gonorrhea.
You just go to the fucking doctor, you take the pill, they give you a little pill, you have some
Antibiotic?
liquid shits, and then it's gone.
But this is why people don't talk about Lyme disease, because it's not a.
Oh, don't give me that. Don't give me that. It's not fucking HIV.
We
Look
don't
at
talk
that
about Lyme. No.
No, 'cause it doesn't present. People don't give a fuck. That's why I don't. That's why my press release is still in my drafts,
man.
because
I know.
nobody
We
gives
need
a
to
fuck.
make that new movie, Philadelphia, but starring Chris. With Lyme disease. Your Honor, I've been tired all day.
But you see how you reacted to Chris? That's how I reacted when I first heard JT, but it's Chris's fault. I'm
Right.
blaming you, Chris.
Yeah, Chris just softened the blow for us.
That's what I'm saying. You never made us feel like Lyme
You're
disease
too
was a big
productive.
thing, bro.
Because
Look how
nobody gives a
successful
fuck.
You are.
guys don't
dress
care if I'm
sick. You got great
Right.
sneakers. You write great books. Your dick is fat.
And I know that, listen, you have more of a fear of mopeds than Lyme disease. You made me, I look both ways when I walk
Every time.
outside because of Chris.
Every time.
He's never made me feel that way about Lyme
That's
disease,
a great
Chris.
point.
Well, but if you, I mean, Andrew, in the Hamptons, out east,
Yeah.
ground zero.
I found a tick on my penis when I was young.
Damn. Tick on the dick.
Really?
Tick on a dick.
Yeah. Well, I'd be careful out there now, especially with kids. You got to
Yeah.
check.
Turned
daily.
out it wasn't even a tick. It was my uncle. Don't you hate
Did he
when
get
that?
fat? Did he get fat on that dick? Did you tell you to flick him off before he got fat on that dick? How fat did get on that dick? We're gonna grow up, guys. I promise
one of
you.
these
We are
days-
not mature enough to have a lot of
One these
conversations,
days
bro.
we're growing up, man. I swear to
Seriously,
God.
Chris. Seriously.
If people want to put a stop to Lyme disease once and for all, where can we go?
There's no known cure. That's the issue. And frankly, they were working on a vaccine which would have at least protected you. The program was canceled as part of Trump's cuts. So
no way.
Yeah, you can wait a little bit longer for that.
Wow. RFK not fucking around with them vaccines.
I'm surprised that this is an issue that RFK hasn't brought up. It's very much in the wheelhouse of the world where he kind of lives. And
That's
also
a lot of other diseases in front of Lyme, Chris.
Okay, but
RFK don't want to do more vaccines. He's trying to do less.
take me out of this. Just consider that like most of the people, not most, but a lot of the people affected with Lyme's live in the Hudson Valley, New York, live in the Hamptons, Fire Island, Connecticut, wealthy areas with a lot of resources.
Yep.
You would think that this is one of the conditions that there would actually be.
I don't think they know they're tired because they don't work. You know what I mean? Like,
That's a
you
great
got a
point.
real
That is
job.
such a
You're
valid
a
fucking
human.
point.
Like some
That
Kennedy
is such a valid
doesn't
fucking
have a
point.
job. Like
That
they
is
don't
such a
work.
valid point.
You know, so why would they like? Oh, I'm tired. That's what life is. It's being tired of doing nothing.
Listen, I have empathy.
Highly sympathetic, I can tell.
No, I have empathy and sympathy for everybody dealing with any type of health issues. I thank God I don't have Lyme disease. Chris, I'm sorry that you have to go through this. But Deion Sanders just got his bladder removed.
What force? I'm not even in the same conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
How do you hold MP after that?
And he didn't sound like JT. JT sounded like he was about to die. Like he just got some crazy diagnosis. Like I almost thought about stopping the tour. You ain't never heard Deion say he was thinking about not coaching.
No, yeah.
By the way, he didn't say nothing.
We know what he was thinking about. We saw who was there with him.
Who was there? Oh, that was wild. I know you talking about Carucci?
We know what he was thinking about.
Shout out to Carucci, man. Carucci getting a crash course on dating an older man. Because, you know, that's what's going to happen. I want all of y'all young women to know that. When you date when you date us older men, you know what I'm saying?
Prostate check.
It might be prostate check. You know,
you and a doctor.
I'm going to be
Someone's
dealing with
going up
something.
there.
That's right.
Fact. You and a doctor.
I'm going to be dealing with something. You just need to know that. That's why I tell older men, I don't know if you really want to be with these younger women because as the great TK Kirkland says, you need somebody who can recognize the signs of a stroke.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? You need somebody that can recognize the rash that Chris talking about. What's the rash you talking about, Chris?
The bullseye.
Bullseye rash.
The bullseye rash. You need an older woman that can look at that and be like, that don't look right. You need to go get that looked at.
You know how many of these fucking dudes have died of strokes because the young women they were dating thought they were crumping?
They pussy fire. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you.
That took out Hugh Hefner. Didn't he die? Didn't he die fucking?
The governor of New York State, Rockefeller, I know that.
I thought he was gay. Oh, no, that's the other Rockefeller.
Yeah, with his mistress, no less.
Oh, no, that's Rock Hudson.
Oh, Rock Hudson, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, man, but yes.
Hey, listen, shout out to everybody with Lyme. We hope that you come on, man. This is serious illness here. Stop playing around, dude. You got land, bro. There's ticks roaming over there.
There's some ticks in your backyard.
There are some
I've
ticks.
been getting bit by ticks my whole life.
We got
the
children.
South Carolina ticks are different.
We should take the light and like
those
the,
are different ticks.
Different ticks, bro. Ticks above the Mason-Dixon.
All I'm saying is this shit don't deserve a goddamn press release, man.
Well, I think that's what Chris was saying too. He's like, yo, thug it out. You're like, thug it out, JT.
Justin Timberlake got some backlash for giving out bad shows and you blame it on Lyme disease. Bro, you're old now. You're not going to dance like you used to, JT.
Yeah.
I know that people are used to seeing Justin go out there and pop, lock, and drop it because that's what they used to do it with NSYNC.
Yeah.
He's an older man now. He's not doing that anymore.
How old is he? He can't pop lock.
Justin Timberlake, let's see it.
I could pop lock.
Justin Timberlake way older than 40.
I'm 41, I could pop lock.
Justin Timberlake age. 44 years old. You want to go out there and do that shit night after night, man? You older now. And by the way, older artists need to prepare their audience for that. You're coming to see me on tour. Don't expect to see 20-something-year-old NSYNC Justin. I can't do that like I used to. Don't expect to come out here and see my love Justin. I can't do that like I used to. It's just not going to look the same. Prepare your audience. But no, you want to tell them you got Lyme disease.
Am I moving too much, Ina?
Yes.
I ain't seen them put nothing in a long time,
Very
bro.
hot tools.
Oh, sorry about that.
You said you got very hard tools?
430 degrees the tools are. All right. Well, I'm not going to move anymore. Okay, I'll be very careful.
That thing she's using is 430 degrees?
430 degrees.
That's 30 more than juvenile. That's crazy.
I know.
Wow.
Man.
Let's pay some bills, Miles. Shout out to everybody with Lyme disease. Shout out to all the brilliant idiot listeners with Lyme disease. We don't want to, downplay what you're going through.
Hey, wake up.
What?
Hey, wake up. I know you passed out because your Lyme disease. Listen to this episode of Brilliant Idiots. But we trying to shout you out right now.
Trying to shout you
Wake
out,
up,
man. Okay.
They're back.
What is
They're
that?
back. Guys, did you know that drivers with poor credit scores pay 118% more for full coverage auto insurance compared to drivers with excellent credit? You're the same driver, okay? But just because you have that poor credit, you're paying way more for the insurance. This is why everyone should download Kickoff today. I'm telling you, okay? You want to make sure that you build your credit because it's going to give you opportunities for your adult life. You're going to want to get a car. You're going to want to have car insurance. You're going to want to get a home. You're going to want insurance for that. So users with credit under 600 grew an average of 84 points in their first year with on-time payments. With transparent, affordable plans starting at $5 a month, no hidden fees, zero interest, Kickoff helps you score big when it comes to credit. It's simple. You make on-time payments, credit bureaus see good behavior, and your credit can grow fast. Kickoff is easy, affordable, and effective. Start building credit immediately for only $1 your first month. AutoPay helps you build credit while you sleep and never have to worry about missing a payment. Sign up in minutes, Chris, from your phone. No credit check. Cancel any time, okay? With over 1 million users and hundreds of thousands of positive reviews, there's a reason why Kickoff is the #1 credit builder on the App Store. So start building credit with Kickoff today, and you get your first month for as little as $1. That's 80% off the normal price when you go to getkickoff.com/idiots. That is getkickoff.com/idiots. And it's Kickoff, Kickoff. Out the C, get Kickoff, Kickoff.com/idiots. Here's a legal disclaimer. You must sign up via getkickoff.com/idiots to activate the offer. Offer applies to new Kickoff customers first month only, subject to approval. Offer subject to change. Average first year credit score impact of plus 84 points. Vantage score 3.0 between January 2023 and January 2024 for Kickoff credit account users who started with a score below 600, who paid on time, and who had no delinquencies or collections added to their credit profile during the period. Late payments may negatively impact your credit score. Individual results may vary. What else we got, Shaw? You want to read Squarespace?
Yeah, man. Salute to Squarespace, OG Brilliant Idiot sponsor. Thank y'all. We thank you for supporting the Brilliant Idiots this week. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. Get discovered fast with integrated Squarespace SEO tools. Every website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions and auto-generated sitemap and more, so you show up more often on search engines and bring in more of your ideal customers. Squarespace domains make it easy to find the best name for your business at one fair, all-inclusive price. No hidden fees or add-ons required. Every Squarespace domain comes with advanced privacy and security tools included to ensure your domain remains online and protected. Plus, Squarespace provides everything you need to bring more of your dream to life, whether that means building a website or adding a professional email service. Don't wait to claim your name. Invest in your dream domain today. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to use offer code IDIOTS to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's offer code IDIOTS at squarespace.com to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Let's get back to the show. Hezekiah Walker, do you have church announcements?
Yo, I just want to thank everybody who came out to the charity paddle tournament that we did over the weekend, man. And everybody who donated. There was a lot of people who just reached out and they said that they don't even know they weren't coming. It's an amazing charity, Baby Quest. And we raised a bunch of money, and we're going to help, I think, a couple families or a couple couples start their families. And that's a really, expensive process, IVF. But I don't know.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, it made me feel really good, man. It made me feel really
fire.
good. We got to play paddle. Our wives couldn't bitch about it because we were raising money for a great
I
cause.
was watching the video. You can hit it off the side?
Yeah, everything's in play.
I didn't know that.
But you can't hit it first. It has to hit the ground first, like tennis. And then after that, it can hit all the different walls.
Squash or racquetball.
Exactly.
Got it.
If you took squash and tennis and put them together. And it was just awesome. A lot of people came out just to support and watch. And it was just great. So I want to do more of these. So if you're anybody who, has like advice about doing charity stuff and maybe how to build this out and
start a nonprofit. That's what I did with the Mental Wealth Alliance.
Okay, maybe I'm going to just talk to you about that because what I don't want it to do is like become one of these like what I think, at least it seems from the outside for yours, is that like nobody's making money off of it. All the money is going towards this thing that's helping people. And that is my fear. It's like sometimes these nonprofits become things where like the CEOs are making $500,000 a year. It's like, I don't want to make any money off of this at all. I want everybody who's involved, like obviously I respect your time, but I want to put as much money towards the people, making babies. And I think that'd be, I don't know, like to me, that'd be really cool, man.
That is the best because, like the way I do the Mental Wealth Alliance is I know that I'm able to raise money more than the average person. Right.
Yeah.
So when I say I want to provide, free therapy for 5 million Black and brown people, over the last 5 years, or I say I want to be able to increase the number of mental health professionals by providing them with scholarships or, grants while they're in school and, and giving them the money to be able to go through those things. I know that I'm able to, I got more access to more capital than most people.
Yeah.
So I just take that money and then give it to the organizations that are doing the work. The organizations like the Black Men Heal or, Silence the Shame with Shanti Das. So you can do the same exact thing. Like you have more access to these rich motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And you take that money and then you go, distribute it to people who are going through these different IBS phases.
Is any of that
IVF
covered
phases.
by insurance?
So some people, their jobs cover it. Some people, they don't. Some people, their jobs only cover like the first round. And not everybody's lucky where the first round it works.
Right.
So you might have to do multiple rounds. And then you might have to do, more testing. There are a lot of different things. Like some people have very like specific issues that they might not be able to be helped by just strictly IVF, right? So, yeah, I mean, the goal for me would be, what if we could get 20 couples in a year?
Fire.
Like to start a family.
Better work than that.
Like, I don't know, it just feels really cool. And like, who knows, maybe next year we could do 40 and then continue. Like it would be a dream, like to have at least one of these a quarter and then maybe do them around a big show that I'm doing already. So get all the people to come and support and donate money from the show to it. I just thought it was really cool, man.
You know why it's so dope? Because you should only start a nonprofit when it's something that has impacted you and affected you.
Yeah.
So the reason I, have a mental health nonprofit is because I'm a proponent of mental health. I see it, the wonders therapy has worked in my life, right? Same thing with you and IVF. You and your wife went through that. That should be in your wife's nonprofit. Chris should start one about Lyme disease.
Me and Justin have been talking about that. We're going to get something off the ground.
You should.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really cool to see all the sponsors come out because a lot of them had to go through it to have children. So they got really invested. Like this Function Health one that like they test every one of your biomarkers. They just donated a retreat. It's a $30,000 value that they'll fly you out to Colorado, do all these tests and everything like that. I mean, it was $1 million. My guy, Paul, Aaron Paul, he's been great. And he had a bunch of brands that he's working with and they all donated stuff. So we had a great raffle for it. Anyway, I left there. I was nervous the whole day. I don't know, more nervous than I was to do a comedy show. It was so weird because, you're playing this tournament. But I left at the end of the day and I just felt, I felt the same type of like accomplishment or maybe even better than when I put a lot of effort into creating something.
Well, you're helping other people.
It felt so cool. Yeah. So I would love to do more of it. And I'd love anybody's advice on, obviously, Charlotte, I want to talk to you. And if there's any people that would like to donate or be involved, I think she just dropped a hot iron on my neck. So I might not be here next week. But yeah,
it's true.
Let us know.
Listen, man, I think it's fantastic. Yeah, like I said, anytime you motherfucking find something that, a cause that you can be attached to benefit others, it's the best. Like, it's the best. And yes, yeah, I mean, there's no advice. You got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You went through a real life experience.
Yeah, I'm talking more just like the back end type of stuff.
Oh, how to set up your nonprofit.
Yeah, like setting them up and also like choosing the right people. Again, I hear about all these nonprofits you hear about, and I don't want to knock them, but like you hear these nonprofits where it's like 90% of the money goes to marketing and it's like
or operations.
And I'm just like,
that's some bullshit.
Dude, I'll take care of the marketing.
Right.
Like I have friends who have also gone through this and they have influence and they would love to share this kind of stuff. Let's not spend any money on that.
Right.
Let's give all the money to the families that need and use me as like a public figure to be the mouthpiece. You don't have to pay for ads. We're going to do your fucking ads.
I will say, I don't know about, I get the marketing. Like, we spend a little bit of dollars in marketing as far as like social media. I think marketing does work for nonprofits because you do have to get the word out because you have to get people to donate. Like, I know I don't do a good enough job, advertising the Mental Wealth Alliance. I don't do a good enough job of asking for donations.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of this shit I've been funding out of pocket for years.
Yeah.
But
you
you're
know?
supposed to have a fundraiser who works with you and also a grant writer who gets grants.
There you go.
That's the type of
There
thing.
you
But
go.
like, I don't want to make sure
There you
that
go.
staff gets so much that we're not donating the majority. Like, it has to be the lion's share going to the actual people.
Yeah, but you do an event, you post it on your social, and that's going to get you more
And the
traction.
event obviously has to selfishly serve me.
Sure.
But that's what I do that with the Mental Wealth Expo every year.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Yeah.
Salute to Cheryl McKissack Daniel. We have her book, The Black Family Who Built America, The McKissacks, 2 Centuries of Daring Pioneers, coming out on August 12th, 2025, man. You can go pre-order it now. If you don't know anything about the McKissacks, well, the National Civil Rights Museum in Tennessee, Atlantic Yards, Pacific Park, the Long Island Railroad Yard relocation, the Barclays Center Arena in Brooklyn, the Oculus in Manhattan, the new Terminal 1 at JFK International Airport, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. McKissack and McKissack has contributed to the creation of all of those landmarks. So this is a great book. 2 Centuries of Daring Pioneers. Go out there and pre-order it right now wherever you pre-order books. It'll be out August 12th. That is the next release of my book imprint. Black Privilege Publishing with Simon & Schuster.
Also, I'm going to be coming out to Australia.
Hey. Oh, you leave this week?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I'll be out there for a couple months. And
So like you want to hit the comedy clubs or something?
I think I do. I think I'm going to start getting back up over there.
Even with your hair like that?
Yeah, it might be even crazier.
They're going to think you really going through something, bro. They're going to be like, yo, first he went Nazi, now he's going school shooter. Like, they're going to think you really
My
going
best
through
material
something, bro.
comes when I have crazy haircuts.
That is a fact.
You don't even know what's
That is
about to happen right now. 100%.
That is a fact. 2 months in Australia, man. That's going to be crazy.
I'm going to miss you guys.
I'm going to miss you too, man. Dr. Umar needs money. Dr. Umar has never asked for $1 in his life until now. What is this situation? I keep hearing people talk about it. What happened?
Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifatunde and myself, until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. My personal PayPal account is Umar the Psychologist at yahoo.com. So that's paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/UMARTHE PSYCHOLOGIST, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or hit my Apple Pay using my cell number 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for Boys. I don't have any sons. I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack into my account, hack into FDMG Academy account. So the FDMG Academy account is frozen. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not giving me a timeline as to when this situation is going to be resolved.
Let me tell you something. That video right there should prove to people that Dr. Umar is exactly who he's always claimed to be. Because Dr. Umar has never asked anybody for a personal dollar. People always think that when he's asking for donations, he's doing it for selfish reasons, but the school is in Delaware. Like, we can't sit here and act like that school is not in Delaware. We can't sit here and act like, he hasn't shown us all the renovations he's done on the school. I think,
So what's that have to do with his personal finances?
He said they froze his account.
What's that got to do with the school?
He says that he's paying all those bills through his personal account.
Well, that's not how you run a school.
Oh, Chris, don't. You're asking too many. The Adderall's kicking in. You're asking the real questions.
So maybe that's.
I believe him.
So maybe that's the thing. Maybe Dr. Umar just hasn't been up on his business the way he should have been all of these years.
I think that could be.
I just don't think Dr. Umar would get out there and personally ask for money if he was using that money for personal reasons. If he was using the money he was getting for schools for personal reasons, even if his account was frozen, he wouldn't get online and expose himself like this and ask for actual money and tell everybody, hey, my accounts are frozen.
I believe him, man. I believe him.
I believe him too. I believe him.
Dr. Umar, I got a charity paddle tournament with your name on it.
Let's go.
Just talked to me. I got a charity paddle
You
tournament.
think he knows how to play paddle?
With your name on it, if you talk to me. I got a charity paddle tournament with your name on it if you talk to me, okay? The Prince of Pan-Africanism can be playing a charity paddle tournament with your name on it if you talk to me. It's very simple. It's that simple. It's very simple.
Just pay him. He always said he'd do an interview with you if you pay him.
I'm the Prince of Pan-Capitalism. So I have a charity paddle tournament with your name on it if you come talk to me. I don't know. I agree with Charlamagne. Like, usually I'm the most cynical, skeptical person on the planet, but like there's something about this that I just believed. I don't know what to tell you.
Dr. Umar would not get online and tell people, I don't have any money personally coming in right now. My account is
frozen. Because if he was muddying them, he would just say, give me more donations.
Yes.
But this one, he's not saying give donations to the school. He's saying give us personal donations. What Chris brings up, which I think is a good point, which is if you're worried about paying the things for the school, then you could just ask for more donations while the accounts became unfrozen.
Well, Chris is saying he shouldn't be using that money for personal expenses anyway. That's what you're saying.
Yes, because then it gets a little money.
You can't run a school through your personal bank account.
Well, yeah, white man would say that.
Right.
Right?
Hold on now. Maybe
that's how we got into this problem in the first place. The white man separating bank accounts. Why don't you let the Prince of Pan-Africanism have his own bank accounts and do his own business?
I think we might be off a little bit on this. He's saying that his accounts for his school are frozen. But his personal...
He said hack into my personal account.
Someone's trying to hack into my personal account, and now he's saying, so we're not going to be able to pay the utilities
and stuff like that.
Which Chris is saying those things shouldn't be in your personal account. They should be in the school. Now, it is possible that maybe he misspoke and that his school account is also being hacked. Maybe all the accounts are under attack.
I thought he said that. So where are we sending money to then?
You just sent it to his cell phone, according to that video.
I would. You're asking too many questions, bro. You sound like the cops. You sound like the feds over here. You're asking too many questions, okay? The guy has no sons. The school is not for his personal benefit. He has no sons. He only has daughters. So he's asking for money so the school can stay open for all the sons that do need that education.
I think Dr. Umar is doing something right now that he has not really done, which is ask for help. And the critique that I've heard from people about his school was that he would simply just ask for help and assistance. He could be further along and he could get accredited, but I think he really wants to do this on his own.
But the problem with asking for help and assistance is now somebody else has influence over what you teach and educates. And
which is why he wants to do it all on his own.
I don't blame anybody want to do something all on their own, but I guess the advice that maybe Chris is saying is that there are certain measures that you should take to separate the finances from the school from your personal ones so you're not in this type of precarious situation.
Yes. But I also I don't think he's scamming nobody right here. I really believe he's in the situation he's in. Dr. Umar would not make a video like this and expose himself like this if he wasn't telling the truth.
I implicitly believe everything Dr. Umar says. I think it's one of the things that Dr. Umar and I often miss is he believes that I don't believe him, which is wrong. I believe him. And I also find him to be incredibly entertaining and one of the best orators of our time.
He is. And I had people hitting me up wanting to help Dr. Umar. There are a lot of people who believe Dr. Umar. I believe him in this instance. Like, I don't think Dr. Umar is lying in any way, shape, or form. I do wonder why. I didn't know they freeze your accounts because somebody's trying to hack them. I didn't know they freeze them permanently.
Yeah,
they don't. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do it permanently.
This was very bizarre to me. I got to be honest.
Yeah, it's not a great look. Let's just call it what it is. But Charlamagne and I think we're seeing through it. I think we're seeing through it. We're not going to be cynics and skeptics here. We're seeing a man who's trying to do good in the world, and we're believing him and taking him at his word.
Yeah, if his accounts are frozen permanently, there's a bigger issue going on.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's
I
not
think
how it
I know
works.
what that bigger issue is, but I don't want to just speculate and put it out there.
I think I know where you're going, and I hope that that's not the case.
Yeah. I hope that's not the case too. But
white women?
No, man.
They have been known to
No.
freeze accounts for white women. If he's bunny hopping, they will freeze that account immediately. He could be snow bunny hopping.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be back on Breakfast Club soon. I mean, these are questions I definitely want to ask him. I just was thinking about even like, you know, when you're asking for money for donations for a school, and he is putting that money into the school. The school exists in Delaware. You can see it. It's online. You can go there if you want to. It's been vandalized. He's actually putting the money in the school. How
Is there
do you?
a building or is there a school?
It's a building. But that's my point. It's a building,
But it's not
But it's not
open.
accredited. Yeah, it's not accredited as a school yet. It doesn't have the certification and everything yet. But that's my point. It's like, what does that look like on your taxes? Like, how do
Depending-
you
yeah.
write that off? What do you say that is what I'm saying.
Also, depending on like what he's teaching, he might not be able to be an accredited institution, and maybe that's what he wants. Like if he's not adhering to the standard of accreditation, maybe he's like, yeah, that's the point. I want to teach history in a different way. I want to educate these kids in a different way. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just wonder how the business of that works out on your taxes.
I heard,
stuff like that.
and this could be a complete rumor, but I heard that he spent the remaining money as accounts on American Eagle jeans.
Shut the fuck up, man.
That's what I heard. And that could be a vicious, disgusting rumor on the internet, but I heard that he spent the remaining money in his accounts on
fit so
American
nice,
Eagle
though.
jeans. Okay? Guys, this episode has been brought to you by the Chew, okay? The Chew, Blue Chew. Same active ingredients inside Viagra, Cialis. This is the Chew, the one that we rock with, the one that you stay rock with, okay? Keep your girl happy, your side chick happy, and your wife happy. You're going to have plenty of stamina when you got the hardest meat on the planet. Yes, it's uncomfortable doing this ad while I'm getting my hair done, but we're going to power through and hope they don't understand what I'm saying. The point I'm trying to make is you're going to get your first month free. All you got to do is go to bluechew.com/idiots. Use the promo code idiots. That's it. You got to go to bluechew.com and use the promo code idiots. Okay, idiots is got you. You're gonna get your first month free. All you gotta do is pay $5 shipping. That is a bargain for the best deal you'll ever deliver in your life. Now let's get back to the show.
Listen, pull up the Kyrie Irving. I like this video Kyrie Irving did. Kyrie Irving, he said something that we talked about here a few weeks ago on the Brilliant This podcast.
Talk to me.
You'll know it when you know what it is. Kyrie Irving, we actually literally talked about this on the podcast.
What's the context?
Kyrie Irving speaks on NBA contracts. Type in Kyrie Irving speaks on
I saw the comments. Yeah, they were interesting.
Yeah, the comments were very, I mean, it's funny, but once again, just like the dildos in the WNBA, we were on it. Me and Andrew were having that same exact conversation.
And which was, just so we can fill everybody in.
Right there. He said, Kyrie Irving says, let me see the headline, Chris. Kyrie Irving questions whether NBA contracts should be public information. It could get a little intrusive. He basically said it makes you a target when people announce how much money you're making. Quick, where it says that Irving said on his live stream, right there. See it right there, Chris? Right there.
Don't cross your arms, Brett. What's up? Brett, now that
Might have to scroll through this though.
let's talk about it. You are
Never mind. That's not it then. I thought that was it. We'll find it and insert it. But basically, he was just saying that it, scroll.
Quote right there. I find it interesting that
I wonder if people know how much that Kyrie Irving. Oh, I find it very interesting that, of course, people will know what CEOs of Fortune 500 companies make. They'll know different avenues of 9-to-5 jobs in terms of the contract structure. But when it comes to sports, it's like you know exactly the pay scale, the details of it, and then it gets discussed as though there isn't any real live consequences to that. I wonder if people know how much that puts a target on someone's life. It helps the overall growth of the sport, the sexiness of it. Like, oh, guess what? Kyrie or so-and-so is making this record-breaking historic numbers, but I look at it as it is too much information. But is it too much information at some point? Because when does it become comfortable for me? If you know exactly what I'm making, there's an awkwardness to that. I love the engagement when we see Devin Booker gets X amount of money, richest deal ever, but it gets framed as if it's the richest deal ever. But at the same time, there is a bigger financial situation that's going on. Is that him? That's still his quote? Knowing the financial side of the NBA used to be a niche topic that not many people understood or even took an interest to.
That's just...
Yeah, we got it. We literally talked about this.
Yeah, so...
a few weeks ago.
Just refresh me on what your take is on this. I have an interesting
My take is I don't know why anybody would want anyone to know how much they're making, because I agree with Kyrie. It puts a target on your back, number one. I understand why agents want to do it, because it makes them look good, right? Like if you're an agent or you're a manager and you got somebody this big deal, or you got a business structure that's making people a whole lot of money, when you put it out there, then people start saying, well, who's his agent? Who's his manager? I want to be with such and such person. But for you, the player, it doesn't do anything for you. And the other thing I would say too, it's like when you see a number, like Kyrie Irving got like a $150 million deal, $200 million deal. Cut that in half, right? Because most of that is going to go to taxes, right? 40% of that is probably going to go to taxes. And then you still got to pay your agent, you still got to pay your lawyer, and then you're left with what you're left with, which is still a shitload of money.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I just don't see how that benefits anybody knowing that.
I completely understand him. Like, if you're making that kind of money, you don't want people to know. So I get that 1,000%. But what I think that this is indicative of is that athletes are starting to make money that is so obscene that they maybe are feeling uncomfortable.
Bro, if you get somebody tell you got a $400 million contract,
I think
what phone calls you're getting by that? I saw Dwight Howard say that somebody asked him for like $100 million. It was like some crazy, I forgot what the number was, but somebody asked him for like some ridiculous amount of money. So Dwight was breaking down how like the money you saw, they said I don't get all of that in my pocket. Right. I gotta pay taxes, I gotta pay lawyer, I gotta pay agents. Line free dildos. Shout out to Dwight, man.
Dwight just trying to get a job on a basketball team, bro. That's really what it comes down to. Yeah, shout out to Dwight. That shit fell out his pocket, man. Let him be a fan.
Man,
Let him be a fan.
Man.
Let him be a fan.
But I just don't see, to your point, I just don't see how that benefits the player, the person. I get how it benefits the agent and the managers.
Player.
How?
This is like a bigger trend. I feel like NBA players are starting to seem really out of touch.
Yes.
And really privileged in a kind of bizarre way to me.
Yes.
It benefits the players because fans care about how much people get paid. It's, what happens on the court is only a very small percentage of what fans are engaged in right now.
Do you really think
they're engaged in the business?
Fuck, Chris?
Yes.
It's because we make them give a fuck.
You know how many times people are on like ESPN trade machines factoring in salary? It's part of this whole ecosystem.
Yeah, but that's more just to like understand trades. I understand what you're saying, and I think being out of touch is a thing.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I just think that like athletes are starting to make obscene amounts of money. They've always made lots of money. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
Making 10 million, 20 million, 30. These are insane amounts of money. But when you get into this world where you're making $300, $400 million, and these deals are continuing to go up with these contracts, they start to become targets. Like the reality is like people, as much as we love successful things and successful people, as human beings, we have a jealousy and resentment for that success.
Sure.
So if Kyrie's making $400 million and he's talking about how we need to help the Native Americans, I imagine some of those comments are like, my man, go help them.
Right.
Why are you asking me to help him? You made $400 million. You're not even playing this year. Go help him. I think that energy is... I think they might be starting to feel a little bit of that energy.
I got something to say. I'd like to have those problems.
Yeah. Oh,
no, you
please.
wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't, Chris. No, you wouldn't. Chris,
He would trade Lyme disease. You don't think he would trade Lyme disease for $400 million if somebody asked him? Which one would you
if
rather
they know you
have?
had more money, they wouldn't say Corona with your line. They'd be like this high-priced tequila with your line.
I'd get every bottle. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
You wouldn't want those problems. I mean,
Sure
we talk about this all the time. I just don't think that's something you should put out there. I would rather see what it is you do with your money. But even when it comes to the athletes.
But think about it in practicality, right? All salaries are now unknown. And then you want your team to trade for this guy, or you want your team to sign this person, all the stuff that fans are very invested in.
Yeah.
And now they can't make a deal. And all the fans are going, why don't you get him? Why don't you trade for him? The reason is because the salaries don't match, but we don't know that because no one knows what the salary is.
Why are we protecting him? This is the thing that I understand.
It throws this whole game that we're invested in out of
We know
whack.
how much CEOs make. We know how much CEOs get bonus. Like, we know how much everybody makes.
Sometimes.
For the majority, especially like publicly traded companies, I
don't know.
Is that true? I think we know how much.
I don't know.
she-
Yes, I said, yeah, you know,
Oh, yeah.
you
I mean,
know.
it fluctuates a lot more because a lot of it's based on stock, but you have a basic understanding of what people
So,
make.
like, I think that's.
I think we find out when CEOs make bonuses. Like I just recently, Paramount just put out how much their CEOs are making, and that was like 2 months ago. I mean, Chris McCarthy, he's stepping down or leaving, but he was making like 19.5. Like the whole the three CEOs of Paramount was making like over $60 million.
Now, he's more anonymous. People on the street wouldn't know who he is necessarily.
That's
but
a
does he
fact.
move with security? I don't know. I would guess he does.
I don't know.
That's also because they're publicly traded, correct?
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and these aren't publicly traded, so I guess you don't have to know. But it is one of those things that's like on the list of problems. It's like, get over yourself, bro.
Right.
Like, oh, boo-hoo. They know that you make $400 million to bounce a ball on the ground. Like, I don't think it's that. I don't think that we're that concerned when 50% of the country can't afford their student loans. The other 50% of the country doesn't know where they're going to live next month. And then Kyrie is complaining about how, oh, why do people know that I have $500 million coming to me?
Tell people how
over the
much you
next
made
week?
on your special.
7.5.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe that's the real number.
Yeah, that's a number.
So for the Netflix special?
Yeah.
Why would you say that? Bleep that.
No, I'm not actually saying it. I'm teasing.
Oh. How much did you make off the Infamous?
I can't tell you.
Well, that's my point. Why won't you tell people?
Because I did it.
Good point,
Yo,
though.
if
That's a
you
good
want to
point.
make your own business, you get to
That's a
decide
good
how much
point.
you get paid. You're an employee.
That's legit.
You know, start your own league, and then you don't gotta find out. But you're an employee of the league, and those are the rules of the league. If you want to change it, that's fine. But I don't think we gotta sit here and you'll be like, oh, what a victim. People know you made $400 million.
That is a good point. But I think what he's saying is, to your point, NBA, you don't have to announce how much we make because it puts a target on our back.
I get it.
That's what he's saying.
But they do, is what I'm saying.
But and I
Well,
don't
they
even-
rob-
By the way, it's not the NBA who does that.
People
it's the
rob
agents.
broke people all the time. Like, why are we acting like only rich people get robbed? The majority of people that get robbed are broke.
It's the agents, yo. The agents and the managers be wanting people to know how much they got these deals for these clients for because it gives them more clients.
There's also a collective bargaining agreement where we can kind of do the math ourselves. Like the CBA tells us what a max contract player gets.
And they should shut the fuck up.
Maybe, but to Chris's point, it's like, how can you think about
That's
who can be
part of
traded?
this whole- And look, I like Kyrie. I don't think like this is a comment he made. I don't think like this is a hill that he's trying to die on.
No, exactly. He don't care about this that much.
It's like, come on, man.
But time out. I think that what y'all are speaking to, even with the NBA and the collective bargaining agreement, why do they even have to make that public? That can be inside basketball. We don't have to know. We don't have to know what the fucking max contracts are for or what this person's going for. You can still make deals and
Fans
trades.
are invested. They care about. Look, we didn't know what
invested just to be mad.
Basketball players made in the 50s or 60s. No one also watched the sport.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's this hyper kind of connection to the sport and everything that goes around behind the scenes.
Michael
which is
Jordan never got a
driving these
big
salaries.
Michael Jordan never got paid to his last 2 years in the league. We didn't give a fuck.
But
we didn't give a
we
fuck those first 11.
But when he did get paid, we talked a lot about it. He was making $36 million a year.
Yeah, we was like about fucking time.
Yeah, we thought he was underpaid.
When Shaq got it, and think about it from the owner's perspective. And this is, if I'm an owner, right? Think about when other players watch other players get these max deals and get what they get, and they're like, "Oh, I know what I'm getting." Like I remember when Shaq held out.
Yeah.
Shaq held out because he saw Alonzo get a certain amount. He saw Layden get a certain amount. He was like, "Oh, I know if they got that, I know what I'm going to get."
But
so imagine if everybody just shut the fuck up and didn't make those things public, how easy it would be to negotiate.
But think about it. If you're an owner, like if I'm an owner, I want everybody to know how much they're making. So when they sit out, when they have to play 2 games in a row, I want all the people in the stands that spent, I want all the people in the stands that spent the last fucking few pennies that they have to take their kid to his first ever basketball game. And now all the superstars are sitting out while they're making $400 million a year. And while you're busting your ass doing overtime at the factory so you can even take your kid to that game, I want you to be, I think the owners are like, yeah, you should be upset about that. If you're making $400 million a year, you're playing every fucking game. Now, the other angle to that is if you play every game and you pull your fucking Achilles, we invested $400 million in you and you're not going to be able to play for a year. So I understand that side as well. But I think that the owners are like, yeah, let everybody know. So when these players bitch and complain about everything, I want the fans to know that they're making $400 million and bitching and complaining.
So to Kyrie's point, this is benefiting everybody except for the player.
Yeah.
The owner, the agent, the manager, the league.
Well, it's benefiting them in that they're getting $40 million a year.
Absolutely. So you got to absolutely.
This is my question. And I was actually listening to an NBA pod on the way over here, and they're talking about Devin Booker just re-signed $75 million a year.
I saw that. Okay. Luka just did a big deal today too.
Right. So in my mind, I'm like, how much are these owners making? If they can pay one guy 75, is it all?
They're making less.
Is it all in the valuation of the company?
Yes, they're making less than the owners make less than the marquee players.
But when they sell,
but there are so few teams, and they have gone up astronomically in price. I mean, the Lakers sold for $10 billion. The
Crazy.
Celtics sold for what, $6? Sold for $6 billion. So it's like the people who bought those teams probably bought them for millions of dollars.
Right.
So there's a limited amount of teams. If you buy one, it is a 100% guarantee that it's going to go up astronomically. They're not even worried about what they're making year over year.
Yeah.
It's like they just want to break even, really.
They might even want to take a loss so they can write it
off on the other businesses.
Let's look it up. How much? Let's look it up. How much revenue did Phoenix Suns? How the fuck you spell Phoenix?
PHOENIX.
How much revenue did Phoenix Suns make in 2024? Let's just look it up and see. That seems fucking low. It says 369 million.
That's revenue or that's profit?
Revenue, it says. 369 million in revenue, but it's ranked 12th in the NBA with a franchise value of 4.3 billion.
So that's the valuation.
No, that's the valuation. Yeah, but I don't even think that revenue is after costs. No, revenue is just money generated.
It says the revenue is derived from local TV media rights, ticket sales,
Don't look
and
at
sponsorships.
What is the term for profitability? It's called, what is like a revenue minus expenses?
Let's see.
P&L.
But wouldn't the players' contracts go into expenses?
Exactly, yeah. So what I'm trying to say is I think there was one point in time where like the most profitable team in the league was the Lakers, and they made $40 million that year.
Let's see. What's the
Which
most?
is less than what they're going to pay three of their players.
Exactly.
But when they sell, they cash all the way out. Right.
That's why they're not
part of larger. It's like the.
That's why the buses sold. A lot of people don't know that. Like the buses were not cash rich. So like
Shit. Lakers and Knicks make over 500 million in revenue a year.
But that's revenue. It's revenue minus expenses. It's called what?
Profit.
Yeah, but there's a term.
Hold on, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at operating income and revenue. This shit's, this can't be right.
What?
It says 528 million in revenue, 191 million in operating income?
I'm looking it up right now.
That's crazy. Yeah, the Knicks and Lakers consistently rank near the top in both valuation and profit. Valuation of the Knicks, 7.5 billion.
Right.
And
Lakers, 7 billion. Golden State's actually the highest.
Golden State is the highest, yeah. Hold on one second. What the fuck? Hold on. What is EV? I'm looking up something.
So the Lakers made like 200 million yet last year.
That's profit after expenses.
That's profit, yeah. Now that's the Lakers.
Oh, okay. So
imagine what the Utah Jazz made.
Earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. I mean, shit, they can afford to pay them motherfuckers then.
Well,
like, what the fuck?
Let's look at how much the Indiana Pacers profit.
But Indiana don't have no big contracts like that.
Of course they do. Everybody team has max contract players. You have to pay.
Who's the max on the Pacers right now?
Halliburton.
Halliburton got the max? I don't think Halliburton got the
didn't
max.
Get it yet? That's why
That's why Miles Turner just left. Miles Turner.
He left because they didn't want to pay him.
So the Indiana Pacers profited 68 million last year.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but if their max contract player is making $50 million or whatever it is, it's like...
What's the max contract for the FIBA? I don't know. I really don't know. What's the max contract for the FIBA? I really don't understand the business of the NBA, to Chris's point, because these motherfuckers be paying the shit out of these players. Like a team like Boston got two $300 million contracts. I don't know how you, I really don't get how you justify
that's why
that.
they're trading people off now that there's a new owner. The new owner doesn't want to pay it.
This shit feel a little NFL-ish. It's like, yo, let's get rid of these guys. Let's dump these guys before we have to pay this money. I was like, how do you even keep teams together like this?
Baseball contracts are the wildest. Wild.
They about to go through it though. They about to fucking sit out.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting thing when they.
Yeah, I don't get it, bro. I'm not even joking. I don't understand this sports shit no more. I really don't. I don't get how they justify paying these motherfuckers all of this money. Unless it's to your point, you just are going to sell one day.
Or it's a bubble and maybe the valuation doesn't continue to increase. I mean, if I'm the NBA, I'm really worried because when I talk to young kids, like teenagers, they don't watch the NBA the way I did as a teenager.
100%.
They watch overtime.
100%.
Those are the stars to them.
Bro, if keep going.
No, but it's like they care about all these kids' clips online. Those are the stars to them way more than like
real quick.
an NBA stars. They watch the NBA, but they live for the overtime, the elites.
If the NBA does not figure out what linear TV did not figure out, they're going to be, in other words, like linear TV, like TV shows that we all watched,
right?
Just kept selling ads on TV.
Right.
And people stopped watching shows because you start watching clips or you watch other things and you watch overtime, you watch that. If the NBA sees viewership continue to drop, right, eventually advertising dollars will go down. Right. If advertising dollars go down, those TV deals will go down. So what they should be working really hard at right now is figuring out how to monetize the places where people watch the content. So if that means ads on Instagram or TikTok or overtime or these things, you have to do it. But they're going to, what I think most people do is you get comfortable with these deals. And once you get a TV deal for X amount of dollars, you're putting all your effort in getting people to watch those shows.
Right.
Like if I was the NBA, I'd be moving towards a streaming platform. And
they are though.
Amazon's going to stream.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But I think their strategy is to expand. It's not to do what you're saying.
But the money comes from the TV deal. And if the TV viewership is down, you're going to see the same thing happen with late night. You're going to see the same thing with happen.
But they can't figure it out. So they're like, yo, we're going to, I mean, they were talking about today, they're going to open up a European division, right? And you're going to have teams in Greece and they'll get paid off of that in the short term. I think you're right in the long term. So if I'm one of these teams banking on getting a $8 billion valuation 10 years from now, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to see that.
Live sports is still one of the only, I don't want to say sure bets, but only one of the for sure bets for advertisers. You know what I mean? Because people, it's always going to be an audience, especially when it's playoffs and championship games.
But not 82 regular season games.
I think that shit's 60, man. It's crazy.
They still average like almost 2 million viewers, right? Like that's a lot of eyeballs. For TV nowadays, to just be on a regular random Sunday, and the NFL still does through the wazoo. NBA still does at least 1.5, 2 million viewers on these freaking Saturday nights, Friday nights.
They only got, 17 games?
17 games.
So it's like...
And there's not a version of overtime. There's nowhere else to see football but the NFL and college.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Basketball, there's a lot of hoops you can watch that's not the NBA.
I'm going to be honest with you. I do media, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't know.
Because we're going to go where the people are.
We're going to go where the motherfucking people
are.
If
people start fucking with podcasts, that's where we are right now. Like, we have that ability to move around. They don't have that ability.
No.
When you get $1 billion contract for linear TV, you got to find ways to get people to watch linear TV. And if it's game 41 in the middle of a season, a bunch of teams that nobody gives a fuck about, you got to start throwing dildos on the court.
Yo, authoritarian strategy is still cooking out here.
Talk to me.
Okay, authoritarian strategy is still cooking. Donald Trump fired the labor statistics chief after data showed unemployment rates are higher. So he didn't like the fact that the labor statistics came out and they showed that unemployment was high. So he decided to add to the unemployment rate by firing the labor chief.
How fire is that, bro? That's so... Imagine your girl didn't orgasm, you broke up with her. You know what I mean?
Listen,
she's reporting wrong. Come on.
It's safe to say this is authoritarian strategy. Yeah. When we go to CBS, go to the other thing, Chris. Go to the CBS thing. This was crazy too. Trump forces CBS to appoint a bias monitor. So Paramount also agreed to eliminate when they Paramount did the deal with Skydance, they approved it, but Paramount agreed to eliminate its DEI initiatives, including all its DEI messaging. The FCC Commissioner Anna Gomez, the sole dissenting vote, issued a blistering statement calling it an act of, quote, cowardly capitulation that could set a dangerous precedent reshaping the future of entertainment while eroding the freedom of the press.
So why can't you be biased? Like, this is freedom. You have freedom of freedom of speech, freedom of the press. They are free to be biased.
This is also after shaking down Paramount for
16 million.
16. I mean,
Light though. They got off light.
But it's not even the 16
In
ain't
the Trump world, they got off light.
Yeah, but it's not even the money. It's more the statement, right? It's more them just bending over. They're capitulating. I think you got to hold them accountable too. But yeah,
I agree.
you can't, like, we need the freedom to be biased. As much as we might want to complain about CNN or Fox News and how they're so biased, at least there are options.
I don't even think it's about being biased. I think it's about being honest.
Yeah, but
you should be able to have Donald Trump on your podcast, Andrew Schultz, and then critique Donald Trump if Donald Trump does something you don't like. You should be able to vote for Donald Trump
You're
and then
crazy.
critique Donald Trump if Donald Trump does something you don't like.
Charlamagne, you're talking crazy, bro. Why would you say such an insane thing like that? Like,
just
once you have
saying.
someone on your platform, you have to believe everything they say and support everything they say, even if it goes against everything that they said they would do.
Listen, I got a theory. You know, I love putting out a good theory.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's going to make CBS his new Fox News. And the reason Donald Trump is going to make CBS his new Fox News is because he knows that
He can't trust Fox News.
He can't trust Fox News. Rupert Murdoch.
Interesting.
Rupert Murdoch hitting him with that rope-a-dope, baby. Rupert Murdoch got the Wall Street Journal doing this, but then they got Fox News doing that. But how soon before Fox News starts doing that to Trump? See, the reason Fox News won't do that to Trump is because Fox News still knows where his bread is buttered, even though the MAGA base is highly upset about this Epstein thing.
They're not just upset about Epstein. They're upset about Gaza.
Gaza.
His base is furious.
The economy. You know what I mean? Yes, his base is very, very, very upset. But Rupert Murdoch's not going to let Fox get on that train yet because the numbers are still there. But he's letting the Wall Street Journal cook when it comes to, you know,
Testing
getting
the
that Trump.
waters.
So Trump is like, all right, Rupert, I'm suing you for $10 billion. Watch what I do with CBS. I'm gonna make CBS my new bitch. You know?
There's no question.
That's it.
And it's incredibly dangerous.
But yeah, it is dangerous because you want people to be able to call out the people in power.
An unofficial state-sponsored news media that's a hallmark of every
What's that, North Korea?
Authoritarian.
No, that's
Russia.
No.
Anywhere.
That's official state-sponsored news media.
Right. Well, Russia
the hallmark
plays with
of-
official and non-official.
Yes, that is true. But yeah, the people over there know. It's like if they go against Putin, that they'll probably end up in a ditch.
You're going to suffer. That's
And
the
one
message.
of the great things about America is you could talk all the shit you want about a president and nothing will happen to you.
That used to be the case.
That's what we hope and that's what we want. You know, but you guys have to call that out. I can't.
And
call
people don't understand that the pendulum swings both ways, right?
Yes.
Like as much as I can't stand Fox News, if the Democrats were in power and they've been in power, would never say, "Now go knock out Fox." It has to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I would encourage people not to watch it, but you can't take it out just because it helps you in the moment.
Can I tell you why it's important that we have dissenting voices in media, Charlamagne the God?
Talk to me.
Because unfortunately and we do have a good system compared to most countries, but unfortunately in our system, every single election we have to choose between two corrupt individuals. Okay? Corruption is not a thing that dissuades somebody from or precludes somebody for running for president.
No.
Corruption is ever present. It exists. It's something that we've become almost like painfully used to, right?
Actually, I can't imagine politics without it.
And so you're basically voting for the person that you know will probably be corrupt, but says they'll do some things that you want more than the other person, right? And every time these people that we supposedly trust are in power, we kind of like look the other way to the corruption of the people who says they're going to do the shit. It's like the Clinton Foundation, when she was Secretary of State, is raising fucking tens of millions of dollars. The second she stops being Secretary of State, they're raising like fucking 250 grand. I wonder why that is. Sounds a little bit pay to play to me. Now, it's not just her. It could be Trump with his meme coins or Trump putting the pressure on
Nancy
CBS.
Pelosi with insider trading.
Nancy Pelosi with insider trading. So it's like there's this thing that happens in American political rhetoric where we only ascribe corruption to the people we disagree with, while we fully know that the people that we agree with are corrupt. They pretended Biden wasn't senile for 4 fucking years, and then wrote books covering it up.
By the way, nothing pisses me off more.
Yeah.
I like you call bullshit on both sides. Don't act like you know, what that person is doing is okay just because you support that person.
Exactly.
I hate that shit.
And you know what? You can call on your side, and then you can also celebrate them when they are doing the things that are important to you. And that's good, because unfortunately we live in this system where both sides are going to be corrupted. We have too much money in politics, too much influence in politics, where these people are not corrupted. So that means Trump, that means Biden, that means Pelosi, that means fucking Ted Cruz. That means any of these people, right, that are involved in our system. That sucks. It does suck, but it is the reality that we live in. And I don't know if we really get anywhere by just pretending like our political opposition is the only corrupt one.
Well, but that's why the draining the swamp rhetoric worked.
Was so powerful.
Because people were finally like, yes, somebody wants to drain the swamp.
Yes.
That's why the outsiders, I guess you would call them outsiders, like a Mondani, that's why he works.
Yes.
You know, because he's something new that's like, yo, let's drain the swamp. Let's make things more affordable. He's bucking against the system. Anybody that looks like they're bucking against the system is going to always win.
It's the reform candidate is always win. You can look past, you know, the last, I don't know, fucking probably 20 elections, and the reform candidate is always going to be the one that wins because people are upset and they want reform and change. The unfortunate thing is that there is so much corruption that reform and change is hard to come by. But I don't know. I'm curious your thoughts on this too, Chris. Like, do you think it's an unfair assessment, or do you think that there's some
I think there's levels of corruption and levels of being compromised. I think all politicians, especially at this level, are corrupted and compromised. But it's like there's some countries in the world where there's corruption at the highest level.
Yes.
And then there's some countries in the world where if you get pulled over by a cop, you got to give them $20 to keep going.
Oh, right. Again, that's why I'm saying we have a really good system.
Ours has been kept at a very high level.
We have a really good system.
Right.
But
the problem is Trump is now pulling it to the give a cop $20 to keep driving down the road level.
Okay.
Right. When it's these very blatant shakedowns, when it's very obvious what's going on. I mean, I'm actually in some ways more concerned about the firing of the labor statistic person than anything, because
well, then how can we ever trust the data that's going to come out?
I'm like about to. I had a meeting with my financial advisor last week, and they were like, "Put more money in the market. Put more money in the market." And I was like, "All right." Like they made the argument, it made sense. I'm like, I'm about to pull all my shit out right now because there has to be. And look, there's some information that's always never revealed. There's some information that's always in a gray area. But you have to be. The market has to be able to react to information. If jobs go down or don't hit the level that the president likes, and it's going to hurt him in the moment, and the reaction is just to fire the person, then you know whatever the next round of statistics are cooked.
Yeah, it isn't
so
bullshit.
how the fuck does the market react to that?
I agree with you, Chris. I'm going to tell you something else, too. This is peeing on people's head and telling them that it's raining to the highest level, because it's the same thing Democrats did to a certain extent. I'm not the same thing Democrats did. It's the argument I would make when Democrats would say things like, you know, the stock market is high and the GDP is high.
Sure. Yes.
If the people on the street don't feel it, that rhetoric means nothing. So Republicans are making the same mistake that Democrats made. You're going to tell us that inflation is down. You're going to tell us the job, numbers. People have jobs, but then people in the street are like, where?
But this, more so than anything I've seen in the last couple of months, has really made me think Trump is desperate in this moment, because if I'm trying to talk myself into Trump or surviving Trump or whatever, the thing I've always been is like, the dude worships the stock market. He's going to keep the market okay. It's not going to get too out of control. He's going to make moves in the short term that are going to benefit the market. This sort of shit will destroy the market. You can't. You can't do it, man.
I don't know. I don't know enough to say it will destroy a market, but I think that the people who are dictating the market are not using like the jobs report as their single
sure, it's not the only index that determines.
But I think I agree with you.
But where does this end? Because
you need bad information.
Right.
Because if you don't have bad information,
you can't make any sort of judgment.
You can't make so the bad information is important, and you need to make sure that we're getting real information. And you can't just, like you said, what is it, pee on people's heads and then tell them they're raining. 100% agree. I think the tricky thing that comes off is when we pretend that there is not corruption on both sides, right? It basically alleviates the pressure of either side. Right. So when Republicans go, oh, the Democrats haven't had a fair primary in the last 3 elections. What are you talking about? Elections are rigged. Right. It allows it when Democrats say that the Republicans are trying to rig the elections, the and don't call themselves out or their own people out, it allows Republicans to just go, you motherfuckers won't even look at yourself. You haven't had a fair primary. The thing that I think Charlamagne has been doing really well, especially on the Daily Show, is calling out the system in its entirety.
It's a system.
And when you call out the system in its entirety, you force your opposition to listen to you because they are also frustrated in the system.
Sure.
And now they can't just turn a blind eye to what their own people are doing because you're acknowledging that this is a systemic issue. And we can make the argument that Trump is doing it in the most egregious manner. To that, I would also say, like, pretending Biden wasn't senile for 4 years and covering up is, I think, a pretty dangerous proposition.
A year and a half, maybe, but
well,
anyway,
okay, fair enough.
But here, I'm not.
But you get the point.
I get it, but I'm
to
not
make.
trying to frame it like the Democrats would never do this. The Democrats would never fire this guy. I'm saying no Republican would ever do this either.
Right.
This is completely
authoritarian.
Yeah, like we're in a new. Yeah, we are in a new, incredibly dangerous era right now.
We're not in the era right now of Republicans versus Democrats. We're in the era of authoritarian strategy versus democracy.
So
even if it's a compromised democracy, it still was a functioning democracy.
So
I think when you say that Trump is desperate, I think that he is desperate for a political win. What I think is he's realizing is that, like, his overall base does not care as much about the immigration tactics as they thought.
Right.
He might have ran on immigration. That might have seemed like a big deal, but like they're not just satisfied with that. That Epstein shit is bothering them, and what's happening in Gaza is deeply bothering them.
I agree with that, but you're missing one other thing: the money.
Money,
the economy. Like we
yeah, I think that all those things are functions of that problem. Like, if the economy was humming, I think that Americans could turn a blind eye to what happens.
All of it.
But the fact that it's not humming and we hear billions of dollars continue to go out of the country while people are struggling here, you start to get a little bit tight-walleted.
They're spending $200 million on a White House ballroom.
Right.
Who the fuck is paying for that? He said it's coming from him and his private donors. That's first of all, that's just going to take forever because no Mexicans coming to work on that site. It's not happening. There is not a Mexican in the world that is coming to work on the White House ballroom. So that shit probably going to take at least 5 years. Right? Okay. All right. That's number one. Number two, just the American people. I don't care who's paying for it, if it's private donors. When I hear that the president is spending $200 million on a White House ballroom and I'm starving, I'm pissed the fuck off.
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. And I think that he is not able to do the things that his base wants, i.e. stop the starvation and destruction of Gaza and release the Epstein files, right? So he can't do those and he's looking for some political win. And then this jobs report originally comes out and it says that they're up 258,000 jobs, whatever. And they're like, finally, we have some good news. We get to show that I don't know if it's the tariffs working or whatever, the economy's working. And then the jobs report changes and it's like another hit. He can't even be the strong economy guy. He's not going to be I'm going to end the wars guy. And he's not releasing the Epstein files yet. So they have no political capital right now and a base that is absolutely furious at them.
And it's his fault. Like, I did Laura Trump's show, last week, and I said that to her. It's like, because we were debating about. She asked me a simple question: how do I think Trump's first 6 months have been? I'm like, it's been horrible, right? I'm like, when you do things like the big beautiful bill, like that may benefit somebody like me and the tax bracket I'm in, but everyday American people are going to suffer, right? Like, you're getting rid of people's Medicaid, blah blah blah, this and that. And so she turns to me and she goes, well, aren't you happy Iran doesn't have nuclear weapons?
Nobody was worried about them here.
But that lets me know, even they know. And I go, listen, and to my response to that was, sure, I'm happy Iran doesn't have capabilities to make nukes, but guess what? That's not what he ran on. He ran on groceries, and he ran on changing things like the economy on day one.
Oh, and he ran on Iran, Gaza, Ukraine, done, Iraq, 30 days.
Yeah.
Over. Absolutely over. And also, I think that people got to realize, like, Americans do not feel this, like, existential terrorist threat from the Middle East that we did when we were younger. Okay? I think that we've realized that, there was a lot of lies told to us there, and Muslims are not scary people that want to just destroy America all the time. That's not something Americans feel anymore. Americans also do not want to spread democracy throughout the world. We don't give a fuck what your government is.
Can I ask you a question? Did you feel that before 9/11?
What?
Did you feel any threat from the Middle East before 9/11?
There was one moment. So America's traditionally always needs to have a boogeyman, right? Okay. For most of this century, or at least the last 50 years, communist Russia.
Yeah.
That's the threat. after the Iran hostage situation in about 80, you started to see Muslim fundamentalists become like the new boogeyman. And then it's official after 9/11, right? That's now the big threat. To the point, people aren't really buying that anymore.
Yeah.
So who's the next boogeyman?
Rich people.
Or
say again?
Or
who?
What type of rich person? This is my concern.
Oh, you think it's Jews?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just billionaires in general, rich people in general.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
Rich Jewish people have always been the boogeyman. Come on, Chris. Like, what you mean now?
Yeah, but it kind of stays and then it spikes.
Got you.
It's going to spike right now.
Got you. Okay.
Sure, I guess in different terms, people have obviously people have cultural stereotypes towards every different group. It's not something that's specific to Jews. Yes, there are these negative stereotypes that people have towards Jews, and during certain times and culture and society, those things are going to become a little bit more radioactive, and then there will be times that they're less. Same thing with Black people. Same thing with Asians. Same thing with
Blacks have always been the boogeyman in America too.
Absolutely. Sure. And then with COVID, who was it? It was Asians, right?
And I think there's still a chance Asians could be the next boogeyman.
Nah, Asians are low right now. Asians minding their business.
No, but with China, Trump
it
would
depends how
to
China goes. But yeah, I hear you. People, I guess they're looking for a boogeyman, and the reality is that there's the haves and have-nots in America, and the politicians that tend to speak to that resonate with the people.
Right.
But the last thing that the people in power, who oftentimes the haves, want there to be is a class war in America. So they got to find the boogeyman somewhere else. So they got to be, it's all immigrants, or it's all trannies, or it's all
the trans thing is real. That's that is a problem.
To both of y'all point, the reason it's not working anymore because people are finally saying, no, the boogeyman is you, Donald.
But
You're the boogeyman.
The dumb thing is that he could have got so much political capital if he just released the Epstein files. He could probably get away with most of the fuck shit he's doing if he released the Epstein files.
There's nothing he can do now. Because I read something yesterday that said that the FBI redacted his name out of the file. That would be the worst. The two worst things he could do is put those files out without his name in them, redacting them, our partner Ghislaine Maxwell. By the way, this is what
both are happening.
This goes to my
Both
plan.
are gonna happen.
This goes to my other theory. Republicans are lining him up. They know him better than he knows himself. They're letting him. They know what they watch him. They was like, just let him watch him. Watch what he does. He's going to end up pardoning Ghislaine, or he's going to have Patel to redact the files. Let him.
It might be an actual long-term strategy because, let's say, for example, this is his last term as president because that is what our country demands, and that is the rule.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say that happens. I don't know if Trump just goes off to the wayside, right? And he still will have the Republican base in a stranglehold. So this might be a political maneuver by conservatives to remove the stranglehold on the conservative party from Trump.
This is the Epstein files, and I said this already. The Epstein files gives traditional Republicans and conservatives the opportunity to take their party back without pissing his base off because they're based on fuck with the files.
Yep.
That's it. The MAGA base is like, he was one of them, or he was in them files.
See ya.
Like literally. So they're not going to get upset. They're not going to get riled up.
It's like they're okay with anything he does, but you better not fuck kids.
That's right.
It's like that's the one that they cannot forgive. And good for them to have a limit. And it's nice to see Democrats caring about this issue too. I think it's really cool to see. It's refreshing that all of a sudden Democrats and Republicans are united on we shouldn't have with children. That's a great thing.
By the way, this is yet another distraction. The distraction from the Epstein files. Pull it up, Chris. No, go back up. Trump activates nuclear subs because of Russian provocative comments. This was so funny to me. To hear Donald Trump say words are very important and can often lead to unintended consequences. Really?
Thank you for your attention on this matter. I do like when he says, thank you for your attention on this matter.
I'm not going to lie.
On this matter.
I like that
That
too.
shit is fire. I find myself wanting to say it.
Right.
Thank you for your attention.
That's how I talk to my wife.
Right.
I want everybody to know, relax. A lot of people was hitting me in the group chat yesterday telling me nuclear war is imminent, blah, blah, blah. Trust me when I tell you, this is theater.
Yeah.
Donald Trump and Putin, they know what they're doing. Okay, Donald Trump he's been throwing things against the wall all week to see how he can change the channel on this Epstein shit.
It ain't going anywhere.
This is just another example of
but
that.
at what point does he fully create and maybe it's not a nuclear war with Russia, but in search of that distraction, how far will he go? Because he's trying the Clinton thing, he's trying everything.
No, he has two options right now. He can release the Epstein files, and he got to be in them. He doesn't have to be in them having with children, but he has to be in them as like a friend and confidant of Epstein because now it's too obvious. And I think it will actually do him a greater service to be in it because then people will believe it more, right?
He could be in there by association.
Except there's going to be a lot of people in there by association that we're seemingly okay with.
He's already associated.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, Bill Gates is at his house, right? Bill Gates isn't being locked up. So there is something. So he can either do that or he needs to end the war in Gaza and make sure that Gaza is a place for Palestinians, not end the war in Gaza and then Israel just takes it over. Make sure it's a place for Palestinians. I think if he does that, he gets enough political capital and he proves to his base that like he will deliver on these difficult things and he's not controlled by Bibi Netanyahu, whatever they're saying. Like I think he needs one of those two things. Without one of those two things or an economy that just goes through the roof.
He needs the economy, bro.
But I don't see that happening personally. I don't see that happening.
Trump's going to do two things. He's going to offer black people reparations. Or he's just going to offer the world stimulus checks. That's what I think is really going to happen. I think that he's going to say, hey, America.
Fuck it. Cut the check.
Cut the check. Yeah. Give everybody $5,000.
I mean, he started teasing that with the rebate. You saw with the tariffs where we have so much money coming in, we might give people a rebate. That will buy him a little time.
And it makes people back off the tariff, accusing them of the tariff of fucking the economy up.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like, I'm not one of these people like, if he doesn't do something that is beneficial, I won't give him credit. Like, if the tariffs work, I don't know. But if they work, okay, I will give him credit for that working. And I hope anybody else that was critical and sees it work goes, you know what? I'm wrong. This is actually benefiting America.
Hey, Trump is so social media savvy. The reason I said the thing about reparations is because he spent a week trying to rile black people up because he knows black people on social media can change the temperature. Yeah. He was like, I'm going to put Obama in jail. Okay.
Nothing. I'm a free Diddy.
Beyonce, Oprah, Al Sharpton need to be investigated. I'm going to pardon Diddy. I'm thinking about pardoning Diddy. I'm like, yo, by Friday, he gonna drop the reparations. No, don't forget about the MLK files. Hey, put the MLK files out there. He tried 4 or 5 different things just to get Black Twitter going. They never bid on anything. I was like, he's gonna throw the reparations thing out there.
Gotta release, go.
But the stimulus checks would make people be like, oh shit.
Put a pause.
It'll put a pause. For a second.
It's a Band-Aid.
It's a Band-Aid.
It's not stitches. It's a Band-Aid.
It's going to come back. It's always going to come back to Epstein. So to me, it's the economy. If you can get the economy booming or get some money out there, that might be something that can change the TV a little bit, but they're going to change right back.
That's why he's begging Powell, the guy from the Fed, to drop the interest rates. He's not stupid. He knows when interest rates are low and money is cheap, people start refinancing their homes, people start selling again. There's money out there in the system.
But then the inflation is going to skyrocket.
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you.
It's a short term. It's a
short term thing.
Fuck about inflation as long as they got some money in their pocket.
He has to do something that indicates that he is against the deep state, that he is the person, the party, the president of reform, because everything he is doing is status quo. He's doing nothing different than the status quo, continuing the foreign wars, status quo, hiding the Epstein files, status quo, increasing the budget, status quo. He has to do
sticking up universities and networks.
Yeah, that might
that's
be new.
Beyond status quo. That's new, but that's like damn.
That's that. I mean, firing the statistics, like it's beyond the status quo. Though that's the problem. And can I say one thing about the nuclear war thing? And I know it's theater. But can't believe I even have to say this, but as a public service announcement, there's no tactical nuclear war. There's no scenario where we just drop one nuke on this country or this other country drops one nuke and then everybody kind of reassesses the situation, calms down.
Yeah, it's over.
Once one flies,
it's over.
It's a fucking wrap. You don't even want to start talking in that sort of language.
Yeah, I was having that conversation with somebody yesterday because they was like, they feel like in the next 4 to 5 years, there'll be some type of tactical nuclear war. I'm like, there's no such thing.
No.
Like once one goes off, nobody's gonna sit around and be like, well, they're just doing something strategic. It's just like, no. And that's never happened. There's never been a tactical nuke thrown. When the nukes go.
Stay out of here.
I don't know, man.
And remember, the nukes today are not the Hiroshima nuke of 60, 70 years ago. These things are fucking monsters.
You know what I was thinking about? And then we'll do some Asking Idiots.
Way to downplay the nukes we dropped in Japan, Chris. Jesus.
Well,
You're just saying they're stronger now.
I've always said that was a mistake and we should have never done it. But, there's an argument against that. But yeah, they're incredible. Those are like pea shooters compared to fucking assault rifles now.
I wanted to ask you just why are we not afraid? Like when you think about 1983, right? And you think about how there was that technological glitch that made the guy in the Soviet Union say that the U.S. just launched 4 nuclear weapons, but he was smart enough to
that
be
guy's
like,
a hero.
Yes, I can't remember his name.
We should be celebrating. The whole world should be celebrating that guy.
I can't remember his name.
Me neither.
Why has that not happened again? Number one. And number two, how do we know something like that cannot happen with AI? Like that probability of nuclear war happening because of AI scares me more than anything.
That's interesting.
AI being in control and AI thinking that something happened that didn't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that scares me more than humans actually saying, you know what, fuck it, let's go.
Shit, I'm still scared about all the suitcase bombs that are missing after the Soviet Union fell.
What happened to?
Not just the suitcase bombs.
A lot.
But they
But
they started
especially the
selling
suitcase
everything.
bombs.
Didn't Elon go over there when he was trying to start the rocket company?
Yeah,
he was
I mean,
like, "Yo, y'all got some rockets for sale?"
There's a lot of bombs we don't even know where they are.
Because all the satellite, because all the satellite
Are they
countries.
nukes?
Yeah.
No, not nukes. I don't think it's nukes, Chris.
From
Well, even
some
if
of
you-
the former Soviet states, they have no idea what happened when those countries collapsed.
So just so everybody understands what's going on, but like when the Soviet Union collapses and then all these other essentially like Soviet satellite countries
Right.
start to become their own,
Right.
they all had weaponry from the Soviet Union.
Correct.
So some of those might be nuclear warheads. I don't know if they're all nuclear. I would imagine they had like a good idea of where their nuclear warheads were, but they do have like sophisticated rockets, probably intercontinental ballistic missiles, and they were selling them shits on the black market.
Sure. And suitcase bombs, nuclear suitcase bombs.
Wow, that's crazy.
Stanislav Petrov was the guy's name.
That's the guy's name. Shout out to Stan.
I'm going to recommend everyone read this book, Nuclear War Scenario by Annie Jacobson. It just came out.
Okay.
It starts with a scenario that's not improbable.
Okay.
And just shows, it plays out exactly what will happen once one of these things.
How did it just come out? You been gave me that book.
It was slipped to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
got you. Yeah, but how do we avoid, well, 2 questions I have for you, Chris. How has that not happened since 83? And with more advancements in technology, how has that not happened? And how do we know that's not going to happen in the future?
I don't think we know that it's not going to happen. I think there's actually a fairly high probability that it could happen.
Even
which is
more
very
now,
frightening.
I would think.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's a scarier scenario for me with nuclear war is this, the artificial intelligence and the way technology is advanced. And, you know, back in 83, if you don't know the story, there was some type of technological accident that happened that made Russia or the Soviet Union think that the United States had just launched 4 nuclear weapons. And it took that one guy to be like, this don't seem right. I don't believe this is the case. If that guy doesn't do that, we're not here right now.
Yeah.
I was alive in 83.
How many more times does that happen?
That's my point. Like 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
This is the quote right here. And, you know, the theory on nuclear war not happening is both sides have it. It's mutually assured destruction. That's the tightrope that we're on right now, right? And we've maintained the balance. So the quote is, you may reasonably expect a man to walk a tightrope safely for 10 minutes. It'd be unreasonable to do so without accident for 200 years.
That's what I'm saying.
We're going to fall off the fucking tightrope.
Since 80, it happened in 83. It happened in our lifetime, literally. We were born.
Yep.
So how has it not happened since then? That right there scares me more than Donald Trump saying fuck it, or Russia saying fuck it, or China saying fuck it. That scares me more. I do think that these people care about the countries that they live in enough that they would never do anything that would cause the mutually assured destruction. But that shit, an accident happening because of technology, especially in this day and age, that scares me more when it comes to nuclear war than anything.
But I think that this is such an existential fear that most people that are concerned about everyday fears, i.e. paying rent, paying credit card bills, paying their student loans, etc. They can't even take it on. It's too stressful to even consider, right?
And there's nothing we can do.
Exactly. And there's nothing you can do. So it's such a privilege to be like worried about these hypothetical scenarios when a lot of people don't even have the privilege to do that.
You're right.
They're like, I'm not worried about Iran bombing us. I'm worried about where will I get another job because I just got laid off and AI is going to replace what I do for a living.
Man, if you ain't got no future to look forward to anyway, you like, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Let them
But
fly.
if someone was, let's say, 600 years in the future looking back at us in this moment right now, the way we can look back at the end of the Roman Empire or any historical moment, I don't have any question that they're going to be like, didn't those people realize that nuclear war is about to destroy their civilization? Like, if you're looking back at this moment,
yeah,
that's going to be the obvious reaction to where we're headed. It's very obvious where we're headed.
The fuck is that?
That's what my hair's about to
All
look
right,
like.
let's do some asking idiots, man. What the fuck is this headline in this picture? Idiots versus...
No, these are separate things. I just put those pictures in there to...
getting
younger by the minute. Look at him. At the beginning of this pod, he had short hair.
Dove hasn't aged really either, bro.
Oh, we out here.
That's crazy when you look at... What year was that?
That's 20. We're probably 21 years old.
Wow.
20 years old.
Look at Dove. Single and free then, single and free now.
Facts.
Shout out to
Were
Dove.
you an early adopter of Aura watches? Because that's what it looks like you got on your finger, Andrew.
No, I have a hairband.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for my long, luscious locks that now these girls are inserting into my head with not baby hair.
Damn, they just threw another dildo, bro.
Stop playing.
They did. Man.
Stop playing.
That's the Pentagon.
What's the color?
Hold on. They said it's in Atlanta.
If y'all don't throw some on the NBA court,
This gotta be new. Yeah, this just went up.
This goddamn thing.
And whoever did that grabbed it barehanded.
No way.
This motherfucker raw dog the dildo with his hand, bro. He raw dog.
That's another green one.
It's another lime green.
Son, how many
dildo.
green dillies we got out here, man? How many green? Yo, honestly though, this is the best thing that you could do because it shows how many people are in the stands. Back in the day, the biggest knock on the WNBA was that nobody was in the stands, but every time a dilly is thrown, they're
You don't even know
sold
who
out
threw it.
games.
Yeah. You're right.
Like if this was 2 years ago, you would know who threw the. It would be the one guy.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be fucked up if they find out people are really wearing them shit to the game just to throw.
How else you gonna get it?
It might be women. It's got to be women. I'm convinced now. It's women doing it.
No.
It's women doing it, bro. Because women are the only people that people would feel uncomfortable saying, what is that in there?
Why do you act like security would find it? Like,
because when you go
it's
in
not
the
airport
machine,
security.
it is.
It's
You ever
not.
been to an arena?
They don't pat you down.
Yes, you do. You got to walk through the fucking metal detector. You got to take everything out your pocket. What, I thought you been to a
I
game,
went
Chris?
through airport security last night. They did the whole thing. They patted me down with the back of their hands. They touched my dick, all that sort of shit.
Where did you fly in from?
LA. I was coming out of LA.
Well, that was the extreme pat down they did for you. But I'm talking when you walk into a when you walk into an arena, you go through
They
the metal
do a
detectors.
half-ass look inside maybe a woman's purse or bag.
Nah.
They're not doing
Not
all
at the
that.
games. Because you got to take everything out your pocket, put it in the
You could
bucket.
smuggle 10 in if you wanted to.
I'll take your word for it, Chris. If
Let's do that as an experiment. How many
dillies can we? That's a fantastic idea.
10 minimum.
Brilliant idiots,
Minimum.
listeners, do not do this. What I'm saying right now is whatever you do not sneak 10
Are you saying
dildos into the W.
you're tired of seeing one a game is what you're saying?
Yo, if you want your team to win and you know they need a break, these girls are tired, okay? They've been busting their
It's like
ass.
the Jason Kidd spill my drink thing. but
Exactly.
yes, okay.
If you need a timeout and your team doesn't have one and you're a dedicated WNBA fan, you got to throw the dilly on the court. Hopefully it's got suction. You hit right half court, right in the center of half court and make some ref have to yank it up. But the more he yanks, the more suction it gets.
Jesus Christ.
Come on. And then one of the girls got to be like, nah, you just got to spit on it a little bit.
That's not how you do it. Let me show you. Listen.
That's a free timeout.
Look, guys, we're not mature enough to have these conversations. Next week, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you an episode of Asking Idiots. So we'll save Asking Idiots for next week. Yeah. That should work, right? As always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you listen to this episode and think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.